The trade deadline was yesterday, and we seen a lot of fireworks, y'all. There was a lot of players that moved around. There were some big moves. There were some small moves. But for the most part, every team got in the mix, and every team shuffled up their roster just a little bit. Some teams flipped the whole roster over and over. However, you guys see the title of the show. On this good-ass Friday, we are going to grade every single team and see who cooked, who got robbed, and who really benefited the most at the trade deadline. Let's go ahead and get into it. I got Damo, Mars, Chill, and there might be some other bad guys on the way, but hey, we're going to have a good show. Mm-hmm. What's good, y'all?
What up?
I think it's interesting, Ron, when you bring up the trade deadline. So, Mars, so in Orlando, we straight. So we got our average defense. We're in the bottom of the league at the long ball line. We're at the bottom of 10 in the league in overall offense. We're at the bottom of the league in points, bottom 10 in the league in points. We're one of the worst. Actually, we're not one of the worst. I'm not going to say that. We're an average rim protecting team. We're an average rebounding team. But we straight, though. We good. We don't need to do nothing. We good?
Yeah, that mids.
Okay. All right. Then we're going
to stick with that. Mids, yeah.
Okay. All right. So we're going to stick with that. Okay. I just thought that was interesting considering what the expectation was for the Orlando Magic and how I felt about Paolo before the season started. It looks like he's been going the other way in terms of the jump shot. I thought it would be better this year. I mean, they're actively leaving him open for wide open looks at the long ball line and even in the mid range. And he's getting downhill with some of the best of them in the league this year. I'm not going to argue that point, but their rim protection, I never really liked what I saw from them. I always thought they could have done better at the 5 spot, but they didn't. I mean, to be honest with you, Ron, when we talked about Zubac yesterday, I'm like, Orlando, how come you didn't call up the Clippers if Zubac was available? Why when you call him up? If Zubac was available, call him up and ask them for Zubac. I don't understand how they just handed him over to Indiana. Now, I think that would have been really good for these guys. So
handed them over. I don't think they handed them over.
They go.
I'm about to say they got a deal. Yeah. I'm about to say
what? I don't think the Clippers were even trying to trade Zoo for real. They just go giving a deal they couldn't refuse.
I'm saying for Zubac, I looked at that trade like 8 times. Like, don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
Zubac puts up numbers, but all this for Zubac and Kobe. It must have been for Kobe Brown. Something about Kobe Brown I don't know about. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Kobe Brown got a lot of value, but what rim protectors were available? That's what I would look at. They don't have a lot of their picks.
Is in Chicago. Nick Richards is in Chicago.
You know what? They probably could have got a Trace Jackson-Dale out of him. Second rounder for Nick Richards, maybe. Probably not, though. I'm not mad at it. Genuinely, they did their big trade this past offseason. That was their big trade. I don't think they had the facilities to make a deadline move that would have fixed their needs. They probably made calls. I don't doubt that they made calls.
Yep.
But they probably ended up in the Pat Riley situation. Man, y'all really want me to give up a lot of stuff, but I'm looking around the league. A lot of these other teams aren't giving up much to get these players. I'm good.
So to be honest with you, Damo, and you a Charlotte guy, I would have checked your temperature on Kalkbrenner, see how y'all feel about him. I would have called up and asked about him to see where we are, see where you guys are with him. Because you know how I feel about him. I think he's starting big in the league. I do. Young guy. I think he can be a really good rim protector, great finisher around the rim, does big man things. And I mean, I feel like we get into the end of the line with what they got in Orlando in terms of their front line. I would have definitely called up Charlotte and checked their temperature on Kalkbrenner.
See for Franz Wagner.
I'm about to say they was going to ask you for, at the bare minimum, a Zubac deal. And who you giving up? Who's the first player you would think to give up in Orlando right now?
For Kalkbrenner,
just a big to fix their issues in general. It could be Kalkbrenner, but who's the first player you're gonna give up?
I'm not a big fan. What's the big guy's name in Orlando? They're starting 5, man.
Wendell?
I am not a big fan of Carter. I'm just not.
Neither are the other teams.
Yeah, obviously not. So it's clear that I don't want him. You probably don't want him either, but maybe I could sell him to you because I'm just not a big fan of him. And Jonathan Isaac, I mean, I think I got the best of him in terms of quality. I think I've gotten his best years. So, maybe I can offload him for 2 or something like that. But it just seems like it seems like they just stood pat. Is it because, they got some money coming up? Is it because they got to pay these guys? I mean, they already paid Paolo. They already paid France. And they already paid Suggs. He's on the books for 150. So I'm trying to figure out what Orlando is doing. Are they comfortable just being okay? Because that's what it sounds like to me.
One, I'm pretty sure they are comfortable being okay because they were bad for a really long time. So they're selling tickets, they're selling merch. This is the business of basketball, and they're in better business now than they were 10 years ago. So I do think they're okay with where they're at as a business, but obviously for trying to win, you need more. Yeah. But I'm pretty sure they tried to dangle Wendell and Jonathan Isaac in front of a lot of people. That wasn't going to work. So, I mean, at that point, I'm not mad at them taking this approach because the last thing I would want is a team that, you know, the fan base knows and wants you to be competitive. So they want to move to be competitive, and you go and get Luke Kennard.
You dudes, you and Mars with the Luke Kennard stuff. I think Luke Kennard is good, yo. I do, man. I think
I've watched Luke Kennard his whole career, his entire career. The boy can shoot when he decides to shoot. Other than that, other than shooting when he decides to shoot, and again, I'm just talking as a Laker fan. Sure. The one thing I've been saying we need is guard defense. We just need more guards to be able to defend, or more people to be able to defend, and also are competent on offense. They don't got to be the greatest offensive player. We definitely don't need people. I'm hearing Cam Thomas' name being thrown out there. Don't need that at all. But yeah, Luke Kennard is not the. When I was thinking, hey, get Gabe Vincent out of here, I thought it was for a player that wouldn't make me as mad as Gabe Vincent made me. Guess what? We got Merle. For those of you who don't know, that's his middle name. That's Luke Kennard's middle name, Merle.
But wait
that's
a minute,
how long I've been watching him.
Okay, so
I'm not happy about it.
Here's the thing, Damo. I got a distributor like Luka. I got a playmaker like Luka. I got a playmaker like James. Okay, who's stretching the defense? Jake LaRavia? Who am I more comfortable with stretching the defense? Mars keeps telling me he only shoots when he's open. He doesn't shoot when he's got a hand in his face, which, I mean, I don't know how true that is. But what I am thinking is I got a guy who can stretch the defense. He will get in the gaps, and he will get a tip, right? He will do something like that. What I'm looking for, because the guard defense thing in terms of the Lakers. I mean, I watched the game last night. I mean, Vando's actually looking really good on defense. So did Marcus Smart. Looked really good on defense. I don't think that that's that much of an issue if you're just trying to win. Like winning an NBA championship, I think that's a little bit much. However, Damo, I do need a guy who can stretch the defense. And I think Luke Kennard, with Luka on the floor, with James on the floor, with Austin Reeves on the floor, I think he gives you another guy who can knock down an open shot, which you need.
That's fair. But just doing a simple count, there are more guys on this team who can stretch the floor right now than can play defense. And when our best three players, in my opinion, are players who are lackluster on defense, the last thing I want to add is more lackluster players on defense. It's already bad enough we got a Luka and Austin Reeves backcourt. That is awful defensively. You're not getting nothing done. You're right. Marcus Smart and Vando, they're playing great defense. What about when they're not on the court? Because there is a lot of time with them not being on the court.
Sure.
What happens then? That's all I'm saying. But we don't listen. We do not have to harp on that BS trade. There were so many other great trades, so many other great moves. I personally do want to figure out what was in the water when the Pacers picked up the phone and said, we'll give you Benedict Mathurin. We'll basically overpay for Zubac out of nowhere. I didn't know, even though he was on the radar for a lot of teams, or I didn't know he was available. That was crazy. Am I tripping? Can somebody please check my temperature? Was that not a lot for Zubac, in my opinion?
It looked like the
demolition. I don't think they overpaid for him.
I don't either, Ron.
I think that was a good move by them. I don't know
that
about
pick turns into the fifth pick in the draft for the Clippers.
Even if they overpaid a little bit, I think that was a good move to go get him for the Pacers, especially for next year when Tyrese comes back. But like Mar said, the Clippers got a good pick out of it. I think Benedict Mathurin was a good pickup for them too. But I like it for both teams. I like it more for the Clippers. I mean, I like it more for the Pacers though.
Definitely like the move for the Pacers. I like the pickup for the Pacers. I do like Zubac for them. Zubac is a good big. It's just initially I thought you would be able to get him for a little bit less. I didn't know you had to give up that much to get him.
I feel like the Pacers think that they are a lot closer than we do. Like we're getting Zubac for what they paid for him. I mean, sure, this draft looks like one of the better drafts than in the past, but they really not tripping on that pick like that. because I think that they think what they got coming back is if they wouldn't even offer a top 5 or top 4 unprotected. That means that from 5 to 9 is unprotected. So I don't think they tripping on that pick as much as they would if otherwise they wouldn't have offered that. No way. I think they're looking at,
but they protected themselves though. Like it's like we have 4 generational picks. If one of those happens to come to us, we protected ourselves. If not, we gave y'all a good pick. But just last year, just a few months ago, we was in the NBA Finals.
Yeah.
Now we get a center who I think is better than Miles Turner. Definitely on that same tier, around the same range. And so it's just like we were just there just a second ago. Like, yes, chill. They absolutely believe in themselves. We got our all-star point guard coming back. Like, yeah, we ready to rock again. We still got Pascal Siakam. We ready to go.
Yeah, they think they're gonna be right back in the middle of it. Yep. They think they're gonna, and they're not tripping on that draft pick as much as I would be, because I feel like this is Ron. I feel like this is one of them drafts where like Paul Pierce at 10, like that could happen. This one of them drafts.
Chill, but they
good thing they're protected at 10. Good thing they're protected at 10 too.
Yes, they are from 5 to 9.
Like
but I think this is
they
one of those
literally have 5 options, which I mean, based on what it's going to be, like it's a good chance they could get that 5. But at the same time, like they have a good shot at getting a number 4 pick. Or
so wait, how does that pick work out? Somebody explain it to me.
It's 1 through 4 protected.
Indiana. 5 through 9 it goes to the Clippers. Anything else it goes to Indiana. But if the pick ends up going to Indiana, the Clippers ends up getting the Pacers 2031 pick unprotected, which is also a risk because if Halliburton comes back and he's not Halliburton, you have a chance that you guys might stink in the future.
So this pick has to land between.
It's a lot of years though, Miles. We could clean that. Like we got 6
months.
But
right now, that's a 50. It's a 50-50 chance of happening. Yeah. It's a 50-50 chance of happening. But there's no number 1 pick coming to the Clippers. There's no number 1 pick going to the Clippers. Unfortunately, for
I don't like that.
I mean, I like this draft is like.
I'm about to say, if you like this draft class, if you like this draft class,
I like the draft class. I don't like the little ping pong balls.
Oh yeah, that's the rigged game.
I mean, yeah, if you still believe in the ping pong balls, that's on you. The NBA gonna decide who gets that pick.
That's
based on some trees being planted. I don't know if they want to help the Clippers. I
already told you. I'm going to believe in the integrity of the NBA for this episode.
I won't.
for the next 2.5 hours, I'm going to believe in the integrity of the NBA.
The Clippers are winning the lottery, and that pick is going to Oklahoma City. That's what's going to end up happening. That's the luck of the Clippers.
If that happens, no one listen. If that happens, there is no integrity. No. There is no real lottery. It's just a bunch of owners and a bunch of people sitting in a room, cutting the chicken's head off and letting it run around and decide who gets the pick on some South Park stuff. That's all that happens. But yeah, there's no integrity in this league. I watched them rob my team twice of good trades.
To your point, though, Damo, there was some really good trades. I like what your boys did with Kobe White. I do like that. I think he's a really good addition. Yeah, I think that he's a really good addition to what you guys are what they're doing now. I know you live down there. You're not a Charlotte fan, but I think he's a really good addition to what they're doing. And I'm trying to put my finger on what the hell is going on in Charlotte because they just smoking teams. Like they're not beating teams.
What do you mean?
They are smoking teams. They got a good team.
The power of a natural point guard. The power of a natural point guard, man, is great.
Who's healthy?
Who's healthy, man? When LaMelo Ball plays basketball, this team can actually win games. Who would have thought? I'm surprised it took them. Well, I'm not surprised because the ball-headed menace isn't glooming over the team anymore. They are actually building a team and putting players around LaMelo who fit his timeline age-wise. Once I seen like a graphic of all the players they have now and brought onto the team, and I seen how many of them are on the same timeline as LaMelo, I was like, man.
Around LaMelo was kind of interesting.
Why is it kind of interesting, Swipe? I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not a huge LaMelo fan, but
brother, first off, Dom, obviously, I love you like a brother. You know my dude. Shout out to you, dude. You're obviously amazing at what you do. Shout out to you and Andy bro. The triplets. Con Knuckle is the best player on that team going forward in the future, brother. And I think we can just come to an agreement with that. Con is crazy, bro. Again, I was not a Con guy, Damo. I did not know anything about Con. Well, I knew who he was, obviously. Bro, Damo, did you watch that? I'm asking like more hypothetically. Did you watch that game yesterday, dude? That dude is
to attack Sengun in space, and we
no. Sengun is good in space. I'm not gonna let y'all do this. He's a good defender in space. He's terrible in drop and terrible at the rim. I'm not doing this. Okay, I know what he does.
Which is what big men are supposed to do.
No, not every big man does that. Because Bam is not great around the rim, but Bam is better in space than he is versus drop. That's another one. He's a Titan. I am saying Con Knuppel is an absolute
good in space and staying
monster.
In front of Con
You said what? Well, he brought that up as a point because Mars is trolling. I'm saying that yesterday that the Rockets are bad, which is Mars' team. But I'm saying that in this situation, Con Knuppel on the season, I don't want to get lost, brother. He might be having the greatest shooting start ever, Damo, to a career, and he's like not just like a grab the ball, shoot it. Like he's legitimately like he's a good dribbler. He can get to the rim. He can create a little bit. Like he's actually like very dynamic. And I don't know, mate, 2-3 years from now, bro, when he gets to be a little bit older, bro, like he's about to be crazy, Damo. I'm like, man, I really like Con, bro. And if you told me he's the best player in that team in 3 years, then I would not be shocked, dog. Not at all.
I agree with everything you said. So anyway, back to the reality. LaMelo Ball having his team built around him, it's phenomenal. I love it. Best player on the team to most, not to all, I guess. But it's amazing what they've been able to do and put around him. I'm excited to see what the future looks like if they're going to actually be able to build a consistent team around him. This is great. So shout out to that front office, man. Once you get the ball headed, who would have thought the ball headed minutes goes away, you get better. Only Scottie Pippen can say that.
Is that a hot take, Ox?
I like what Charlotte's got going on, man.
Yes, I do.
I like what Charlotte's got going on. I think Kobe White's better than Colin Sexton too, so that's cool.
Diabate, by the way,
my goat.
Good player.
Amazing player. He actually might be the best player on the team, but
on a per minute basis, is he the Jonathan Isaac from 2 years ago when he was the best offensive player in the league on a per minute basis?
Well, he starts and plays heavy minutes, so it's more like just on a per possession basis. He just might impact the most possessions on the Hornets. But I'm also like semi-trolling. But Mr. Diabate is amazing. That's kind of the point. That's
so the defense with Colin Sexton is overrated. I'm not going to argue that. I think that he competes on defense, and I think that he got the tag of the young bull, but he does get exploited a lot. He gets beat off the dribble, and his ability to recover is not as good as I would like for it to be as a lead guard. That's number one. Number two, his ability to consistently knock down an open shot in spaces where they need him to knock down open shots. I think Kobe White is a better scorer than him. I won't argue that point. I do think he gets to the rim better than Kobe White. I think he's a better transition player than Kobe White, however. And I do think that he's a better floor leader than Kobe White in terms of a lead guard. That's where I am with him. But the problem was him and Charlotte. They already got their lead guard, and that's Lonzo. I'm sorry, not Lonzo. LaMelo. They already had their lead guard, so I think they straight there. So him playing behind him, I just didn't think that was conducive for his game. Now, as far as Kobe White, long term, I personally, when he got to the Bulls, I think he's a rotation guy. I'm probably in a minority, but I think he's a rotation guy. But I think he could be one of the better rotation guys in the league. I think people are trying to turn him into something that he isn't, like this all-world two guard. No, I think he's a great rotation guy. I think he is what Cam Thomas should have been, like a guy who comes off the bench, gives you buckets, but can defend. In addition to being able to defend, can actually make a play on the basketball or even off the basketball. I think he's what Cam Thomas could have or should have been.
He's gonna come off the bench for Charlotte. I don't think he can defend, but he's gonna come off the bench, so he's gonna be in his element, I guess. I just think he fits what they got going on a bit more than Colin. He shoot the three at a way higher clip. And that's one thing Charlotte emphasizing. Charlotte trying to get threes up. He runs out in transition a lot more, like in terms of like transition frequency and whatever. I know he's way higher than Colin Sexton. He's one of the most like transition dominant guards. He can put the ball on the floor and create for himself. He's gonna turn the ball over a little bit, so you probably don't want to like run the offense through him. But at least in the non-LaMelo minutes, you don't have to run the offense through Sion James, and previously Colin Sexton, because that's a big reason why like LaMelo's like on-off numbers are so crazy. If anyone keeps up with Charlotte, like LaMelo's on-off numbers are ridiculous when he's on the court like plus 10, whatever. When he's off the court negative 25, like it's not that extreme, but they suck, and it's because
something like that. Sure.
For all I like about Sengun James, I think Sengun James can shoot. I like Sengun James' defensive tenacity. His offensive game is just not very good. Like he's a bad offensive player. So when you replace LaMelo with Sengun in the lineup, and you're trying to generate offense with him as your primary ball handler, or with Colin Sexton, who's not the greatest leader of team offense, you end up having these lows as a team that get teams back into games. That's why LaMelo's plus minus is always so high. So now you have Kobe White, who can kind of steady the ship in those minutes alongside the Conker Nipples, Brandon Millers, however they stagger the lineups. You should be able to stay afloat at least in those minutes, which I think is good, and it makes them even better. I'm kind of at the point where if Charlotte continue at this pace, I expect them to be in the playoffs.
Oh yeah, I would agree if they continue
I
to
expect them
dominate
to win
like this.
I expect them to win in the play-in and then end up being like the 8 seeds. That's kind of where I'm at now.
They might win like a series at this point. That's how good they are. They've been one of the best teams in the league since
those
like
high seeds. I think they can cause problems. I don't know. I'm not picking them to beat the Pistons or whoever, but
I ain't buy this
I don't know how a team that I don't know how
they've been one of the best teams in the league for 2 months now.
Okay.
I don't know how a team
talking around.
shoots many threes and doesn't foul on defense isn't a team that can cause problems to teams. Like I don't know how that team isn't. But.
Well, here's the difference though, Mars. The difference with that is when you get to the playoffs, you know, all of those things get illuminated. All of those things get highlighted. So LaMelo's ability to take care of the basketball on a consistent basis, that gets highlighted. Brandon Miller being able to create a shot consistently against the zone, that gets highlighted. Like stuff like that, like their inability to rebound against bigger teams, it gets highlighted, right? Their rotation guys, all of that stuff gets highlighted when we get to the playoffs. That's not to say that they have not been winning games, because I think that I'm not gonna say I think. Damo, I'm blown away by watching them handle teams, not like beat teams. Like they handled Houston last night. They straight handled Houston last night, right? So I'm blown away by their ability to do that. It's just that when we get to the playoffs, it's a different animal. I don't buy into the logic of, you know, the game slows down and we can still play fast in the playoffs. We can still play our brand of basketball. It's just that any and everything that you're used to doing, it gets highlighted in the playoffs. Anything that you're not good at, that gets highlighted. And if you're a team that has a lot of deficiencies and you don't have anybody to protect those deficiencies or cover those up, then it's going to be a big problem. So yeah, Ron, I'm not buying this whole, they'll give this team problems. Like New York smokes them in 5 games. They smoked them dudes. I don't think they beat them. I think they smoked them.
Charlotte can highlight. How's Cat defending in space against all of these shooters? Who knows? Cat's also an offensive foul machine. We have Moussa Diabate, who's one of the most tenacious bigs in the league.
Sure.
So if he can get under him on his drives, now Cat's committing offensive fouls, he's in foul trouble. Then what? We also have one of the best movement shooters in the league, 2 of them actually, in Con and Brandon Miller.
Yep.
Where's Jalen Brunson going to hide on defense? He can't guard Miles Bridges. He's too physical. He's not guarding LaMelo. He can't guard Con and chase him all game. He can't guard Brandon Miller. He's not going to guard Musa. So where's Jalen Brunson going to hide? We now have Jalen Brunson and Cat, who both can't hide on defense. OG can't guard everyone. Mikel can't guard everyone. No, McBride is actually out right now because
yes, he is.
we need to see how he looks when he comes back from surgery. Like, I'm not saying they're going to beat the Knicks. What I'm saying is the same ideology of, your flaws get exploited, which I agree. And the Charlotte Hornets definitely have flaws, which is why I'm not picking them to win these series. But these other teams also have flaws that Charlotte could exploit. Not that I'm saying they would win the series.
No, you
but
said
they
it.
have advantages.
You said to your point. To your point, Mars, yes, they would cause problems. There's a difference between causing problems and actually winning the series. Yes, they would cause problems for a team. But when I think about the Knicks, okay, Mike Brown he's always been good in implementing zones, and you got big guys in their backcourt. So OG Anunoby can play in the high zone. In addition to him, Mikal Bridges can play in the high zone. Now that's where I'm hiding Jalen Brunson when it comes to one-on-one action. I'm hiding him in the zone more than any place. And then when I do get him, when I do get him one-on-one, what I'm going to do, Mars, is I'm going to use my offense as defense for him more than anything. So whoever he's covering, yes, that's especially when it comes to Jalen Brunson. Whoever is covering him, go after him. Make that dude cover you, because I know that he can't guard like that. So what do I have to do? I got to use my offense's defense. Go after him as much as possible. In terms of Cat and Moose, who I know you love in terms of an energy guy, Cat's going to bring him away from the basket because we all know that Cat's game starts at the 15-foot line, moves out, and then it goes in, right? So with him being able to drag Musa away from the basket, he'll be able to, I feel like, knock down open shots, and then that's going to open up his drive. Now, I think Cat is smart enough, even though he will run guys over. Yes, he will run guys over. But Cat is one of the better downhill bigs in the game, and he will get to the rim. That's part of being one of the better downhill bigs.
Yes, bad at that this year. I don't know. He's been kind of bad at that this year.
Yes, he has been. But
I think there's certain matchups where it's guys like, and I know Jalen Brunson's not a good defender. I'm not even going to try to say he is, but he definitely, I will say that he competes on the defensive end. That doesn't necessarily make you a good defender. We're all aware of that. But there are matchups where he can guard this person better than they can guard him. So a lot of times, Jalen Brunson is still winning his matchup.
Sounds like
That's matchup exists in Charlotte.
I think so, Mars. And the reason why
I'm sure, that can't none of them guard him.
Oh no! I'm talking about he can guard them. Like, do you think that matchup exists
better than they can guard him?
Yeah.
Think about this now.
I do think he can't guard LaMelo, but
he can't guard Khan. He can't guard Brandon Miller. You're not gonna put him on Miles Bridges. So
absolutely.
Miles Bridges is probably the one he has the best chance of guarding.
I think Miles is actually the
Wait a minute. Wait.
Let's
go back to
Jalen Brunson's only like advantage on defense is like the strength thing. Like guys who are going to beat you off the dribble with quickness and stuff, like he's not going to guard him. But if you're someone who's strong, like his best matchup in the Boston series when they were picking on him was Jaylen Brown. Not because he's a good defender, but because Jaylen Brown's trying to meet Jalen Brunson's physicality with his physicality, and that kind of lends into his wheelhouse.
Yep.
No one on Charlotte is going to be trying to out physical outside of maybe Miles Bridges. Is going to be trying to out physical Jalen Brunson. They're going to be coming off screens, running around, and that's not what he does.
Now, I will ask: do you think that he can guard this year's Jaylen Brown if that was the case? If we got this Jaylen Brown in that series, do you think he'll still been in the same way?
Calm down.
No, I don't think it's going to work. Like, I don't think Jalen Brunson can like guard Jaylen Brown and it's going to be like, oh, Jaylen Brown just got locked up for the series. Like, I don't think it's going to be that way. But it's more so that if Jalen Brunson can get enough stops to where them mismatch hunting probably isn't their best form of offense, that's Jalen Brunson having a good defensive series. Like, we're not asking him. He's not going to be Jalen Brown's primary matchup. It's still going to be bring him into the action. He switches, hold your own so we don't have to double. If Jalen Brunson can go in a series and when they inevitably mismatch on him, you don't have to send a double and then go in rotation. Jalen Brunson's had a good defensive series. That's his bar. His bar is don't force us to help you. That's it. That's it. It's not get stops in isolation and be this lockdown defender, all defensive guy. It's just don't make us have to be in rotation every play. If he does that, he's had a good defensive series. And against Jaylen Brown last year, he did that towards the end of the series. Against Jaylen Brown this year, do I think he could do that? It depends on if Jaylen Brown's making his mid-range jumper. That's really it. It depends on if Jaylen Brown's making it over the top. There's nothing he can do. If Jaylen Brown's missing that jumper, then you're like, okay, we're fine. Fair. So it's really just based on that.
Damo, I want to go back to what you just talked about with LaMelo. And to Mars's point, I actually want to make LaMelo a bucket getter. I want to make him a downhill guy. I want to make him have the ball in his hands and be their scorer, because now what that does is that takes all the rest of them dudes out of the offense. That means he's going to, because I know for a fact LaMelo's going to give me bad shots. I know for a fact that LaMelo's going to throw this offense off. If I make him, I want to put him in one-on-one action. I'm going to construct my defense to make sure that LaMelo Ball consistently drags Jalen Brunson into the action, because I'm going to get bad shots. I'm going to get downhill stuff. And that's going to have like guys like Con Knipple. He's going to be out of the offense. Guys like Musa at the rim. He's going to be out of the offense. I want him to be their guy. So I want
chill. Why not just chill? Why the Hornets just won't beat them with ball movement? That's the best way to beat the Knicks. The Knicks struggle.
Well, you literally told me a couple of days ago that you think that LaMelo Ball is a two guard. So if my primary ball handler is more of a bucket getter, that's what I want to turn him into.
No, but
chill, those dudes are gonna help though. Chill, like if you,
that's what I'm saying.
If LaMelo's just cooking Jalen Brunson, especially going to the rim,
is he though? Is he though?
OG Anunoby and Mikal Bridges are not gonna stand there and watch that. You know, what I'm saying? So
they
it's
just
like,
gonna blitz him or double him.
He's gonna move the ball.
Also, that's only gonna work for half the series because I'm not gonna lie to you. Anytime they play in Charlotte, if you don't think I'm gonna be on court side, let LaMelo know, hey, gang, swing that pill, brother. Swing that pill. If you don't think I'm gonna be out there third party coaching, stop it.
I mean, and at the same time, like if y'all watch the Knicks defense, like the reason why Jalen Brunson sucks is not because it's like not to me because of his isolation defense. It's because when they move the ball a couple of times and he gets caught as the guy that's closing out, he easy pickings. Like he's easy pickings, and then you can't set your help up behind you. So like that's why you would swing. And they try to hide him. Like, chill, they try to do everything you just said they do. They try to put his ass in the back. But once they move that ball around and he get that swing, and then they just decide, okay, attack his closeout, and you can't really send the help over the top. You can't send Mitchell Robinson over. They just like that's just how you beat them. Like,
or when he has to tag a roller and pick a roll.
Yeah, when he has to tag a roller, like so it makes no sense for them to do
nothing. Yeah,
it makes no sense for them to go ISO. You might as well just move it, swing it, and then you're gonna eventually find Jalen Brunson, and then it's gonna be a wrap. Like,
I do agree with trying to make LaMelo a scorer though, because he one of the worst 2-point scorers in the league. Like, if you just play aggressive on the three, now I'm not saying it's easy, but if you play aggressive on the three, you chase him over the top, and you kind of force him downhill, he's gonna take some of those long floaters. Like, I'm not saying he can't make them; he's got really good touch, but he's gonna take those long flows. He's gonna be trying to finish in over the trees. He has like no real mid-range game for real. So once you basically funnel him inside the 3-point line, you know where he's going. Now it's gonna be Cat down there or Mitchell Robinson. When it's Mitchell Robinson, you definitely have a better chance. But that's what I would try and do. But I also think LaMelo's been making good decisions this year. So I'm not saying like I do think he could be inefficient scoring wise, but I still think he's gonna get all of his teammates involved. That's kind of just what he does. And LaMelo downhill, like once you get downhill, you force a reaction from the defense, no matter what's on the scout. Like it's an instinct as a basketball player that when people touch the paint, you sink in. Like that's instinctual because the paint that's where they're not meant to be. You're not meant to allow paint touches. So when that starts happening and they got pinning screens for Con Knipple because Musa, he's gonna be active even if he's in that dunker spot, but he see Knipple behind him. The moment someone sinks in, he's setting that pinning screen. So now Con Knipple's got a wide open three, or he's attacking the closeout, attacking your top foot, getting to the mid range, stopping off 2 feet. Now he's swinging again because Charlotte moved the ball. And not to mention, if you're playing all this zone, one vulnerability of zone, offensive rebounding. Charlotte, like outside of Houston, might be the best offensive rebounding team in the league. So, like, if you're gonna play a bunch of zone, we got Musa crushing the glass. When Kalkbrenner's in the game, he's gonna be crushing the glass. Miles Bridges, like, they can cause problems to teams. That's all I'm saying. Not that they'll win the series.
What is this? I'm about to ask.
I mean, yeah, I'm being.
We just sat back and talked about the Knicks versus the Hornets and how the Knicks can really get with how the Hornets can really get with the Knicks.
I've been very serious.
Ron, how the Knicks?
Ron, I never thought that was gonna happen.
But I'm also
not even gonna.
I'm not picking the Hornets in this series. I just want to make that.
Okay, but see, Morris. We can have a conversation about this, but let us bring up Cade Cunningham or somebody else getting MVP.
Shit, the way it's going, he might be the MVP. You guys are right.
Why are we talking about this? Why are you guys are serious? You go crazy when we have those conversations, but we could do this.
I was wrong. My bad.
Boys, you got to hit him with that whoop-de-doo.
Yeah, I didn't know the whole league was gonna get her. Yeah, K gonna win the MVP shot.
We had no idea, Ron.
Yeah.
Hey, but wait, Ron. Before you change the subject, though, Ron.
I'm not going to change the subject. I just wanted to say, like, right here. They won't even. No, because
I'm not even trying to stay right here either.
They're not going to beat Miami.
They're not
going to beat Orlando.
What?
They're not going to beat Miami.
Why won't they beat Miami right now?
They're better than Orlando. I just want to make sure we know that.
Yeah, please,
they're not going to beat them.
It's a 1-game elimination. They might lose in the play-in. I'm not like one game, like anything can happen. Also, like these teams they're not so much better that it's impossible for them to lose 1-game elimination.
Can't beat Miami. It's nuts.
But they also
I didn't say they
1-game
can't elimination. I said they won't.
They can beat.
Yeah, well, you ain't a fortune teller. They make a prediction.
But
you are though.
Well,
yep.
So for those of y'all that don't know,
before this gets nasty. No, keep going, chill, because I want to go somewhere with this.
But the reason why so y'all at home know, the reason why we talking about this, we're talking about trades and how much better Orlando got because not Orlando. I'm sorry, Charlotte, because they ended up bagging Kobe White and how much better they were playing previous to getting Kobe White. So, Ox.
Oh, real quick, because and I know what this show is, and I know what this show is about, and I respect it, right? But when amazing things happen in the world, we must speak about it.
Yes, we do.
And
yes,
Swiper, I thought that you would have brought this up, but I'll do it. Are we going to talk about this absolute beast named Lindsay Vaughn?
There's no way that she's doing this.
Talk about this monster named Lindsay Vaughn.
I don't know
way she's doing this.
We don't got time. We don't got time to have a whole conversation about it. I just wanted to shout out Lindsay Vaughn, and she just did her little like qualifier run earlier today and absolutely killed it. Got 11th out of the 43 people that qualified, and it was just a warm up. It was just a warm up. She did not go all out. Got 11th.
Yo,
she's 41 years old on that torn ACL.
Who is Lindsay Vaughn?
Oh my God!
Respectfully,
you don't know about the Olympic gold medalist downhill skier. She's one of the best in the.
Oh, what the hell? Why we know about that?
Because
my goodness,
she just tore her ACL
ruptured
8 days ago.
At 41 years old.
Oh, she's the one who I saw doing workouts and stuff.
I don't be watching skiing.
She ruptured.
She's 41 years old. She tore her ACL.
Ron knows who she is because she dated
ago.
Tiger Woods for a good amount of time. That's how Ron.
I didn't even know that.
I follow Tiger Woods.
I don't know Tiger Woods.
I had no idea.
I just seen a video.
Ron can pretend if he wants it's Tiger. You know what Tiger's doing.
I just seen a video.
I'm not even trying to be funny.
I don't working out.
And by the way,
I don't really follow golf.
Him and her was dope. It just didn't work out, but like he really dug her, and she.
Man, nobody care about that. I'm just bringing up at the point of reference.
It ain't work out with Tiger Woods with a lot of people.
Okay, first off, in some of your favorite people, by the way, Ron. Yeah, in some of Ron's favorite Google images. But look, this is what I'm saying. Lindsey Vaughn is doing an incredible athletic feat right now. The fact that she is able, and it might have been partially torn before, and so at this point, she re-aggravated it or whatever else it was. But the fact that she's doing this at 41 is insane.
Incredible.
And obviously, this is going to be her last Olympics too. So. I definitely hope that she's able to.
These NBA players hurt their toe.
Not the same.
5 weeks.
Not the same. Not the same.
Yes.
Huh?
She's going to be at the Olympics after she tore her ACL in January?
Yes.
Yeah.
She tore her ACL last week. She just did a downhill run. She just did a downhill ski run like 3 hours ago.
You said she tore it. You tore what last week?
Well, she ACL. I don't know if it was a. I don't know if it's a full tear. Like
it's a rupture. She ruptured her.
Yeah, it ruptured it. So whatever,
But regardless, though, when you do your ACL, it's like
you know
what I'm saying. You're supposed to have even if you
do
it partially, if you have the surgery, it's the whole thing.
Right.
So all I'm saying, like I said, Brian, I don't want to change the whole show up. I just wanted to shout out Lindsey Vaughn because what she just did this morning after what happened to her last week at 41, I think is amazing. Especially when you got, like I said, Swiper, these NBA players that hurt their toe and can't play for 5 weeks.
She didn't get surgery, apparently. She's just doing this on a torn ACL.
No, she didn't.
Well, I mean, if the way she
surgery,
skis, though, it's not like she's not having to do like a lot of side to side like an NBA player.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. The ACL is just about changing direction, right?
Well, she has to.
So y'all don't
I'm not saying she's not, but I'm saying like I don't know.
She's going.
How do you go down? How do you go down?
Man, it probably hurt like a
Swiper, have you ever skied before, Swiper?
Snowboarded, yeah.
No, skied. Have you ever skied?
No.
Not snowboarded. All right, that side to side is real.
I don't know her story, but this sounds like a bad idea.
I'm about to say, how many gold medals does she have?
Huh?
She's 41 though. She's just her last one.
But how many gold medals does she have already? Though?
One in the Olympics. Olympics.
She won that one in Vancouver a little while ago.
And is she a favorite to win this year? Like, is she expected to go out there and dominate?
She top of the leader, like for the American. There's probably like 3 of them that are in the conversation.
Nah. Somebody better tell Grandma sit it down. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Grandma's crazy, Damo, bro. You're over 30, bro. Stop it. Stop it, Damo.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are. Yes, you for sure are.
I'm not even 30 yet.
You the oldest looking one up here. Matter of fact, since we're talking, so you definitely over 30 right now.
Why we
shooting? What I was saying is,
why we taking shots?
Don't call her no grandma. Don't call her no grandma.
Why we taking shots?
Not too much.
Is that your grandma? This is crazy.
Again.
We all in the same age range. All of us in the same age range.
What's going on, Damo? What's happening?
All of us in the same age range. Chill older than her. What is he?
You get one free one.
You get one free one. Older than her.
You shouldn't have called her granny.
Somebody
You know
better
you
tell
should've
grandma
did that.
sit it down. You better think about life after skiing.
Is that your
All
grandma?
right, well, my bad. I just want to shout out Lindsay Vaughn real quick. Oh shit! Hold on. Let me shout out Rori Harmon too. Shout out to Rori Harmon too.
I was gonna say this too.
For breaking the Texas
Precarious.
Longhorns. No. Well, I mean that switch. Well, hold on. No, we got time to talk about this or no?
Yeah, we do have time.
Go ahead, Mr. Ox. You didn't grab the
player in
wheel.
the country. Yes, we do.
Okay.
Ox have time to talk about the best player in the country.
Well, my thing is this.
You
Chip,
talking about Rori Harmon?
more. So I mean, but both of them though. So this is the thing. Rori Harmon. First of all, let's talk about this first, because earlier this season she passed. She set the record for most assists by a Longhorn in history, and then yesterday she broke the record for steals and got 6 steals last night. See what Coach Vic Schaefer did was putting her on Michaela Williams in that second half. And you know Rori Harmon's defense ain't no joke. But when you have a player like Madison Booker, who has the ability to switch on and then go guard the point guard, so that your point guard can guard Michaela Williams, that was what changed the game right there. But shout out to Rori Harmon, because and this is my thing, y'all know I got love for Malaysia Fulwale. I really do. But she's just not on that tier of basketball player to be able to match up with Rori Harmon. And that last night's game really showed that. But
they took Flage out of the offense. They made
Flage
those
couldn't
other
get
ladies.
shit off. She was boxing up.
They completely took Flage out of the offense, and they made those other women handle the basketball, which caused all those turnovers. They sped the game up. Their transition defense was terrible last night. I thought Kim Mulkey was going to have a stroke on the sideline watching this, because they couldn't get back on defense. On top of that, they got their ass kicked on the glass. No second chance opportunities. They're clearly better than LSU. Clearly.
Well, they have to get that get back, because LSU put it on them in Baton Rouge earlier. And in Baton Rouge, LSU put it on them.
I'm surprised you haven't brought it up.
They had to switch it up.
Unrivaled, the best women's basketball league in the world right now, bro.
Well, the WNBA is the best basketball league in the world.
Unrivaled been going crazy this year, bro. I'm sorry.
I mean,
I
like Unrivaled. Don't get me wrong.
But you said
no, they come. It's on TV.
They've been playing all the games on TV. Not all of them, but a lot of them.
But I'm saying, like, the marketing, for it got to be better. Like I want to see more of like marketing the Unrivaled league. Like you only see this shit.
I mean,
they
just sold out a stadium. What? How many people was?
I'm not talking about the stadium. I'm not talking about the stadium. I'm talking about just for the viewers. Like it seems like it's kind of being blacklisted or some shit for some reason.
No,
like,
it's on TV. They be having it on what, TNT or TBS and all. It's on TNT.
That makes sense.
It's on TV.
Yeah,
it's killing the NBA. I think they made that call.
And they're getting money.
No, that's not. No, wait. That's not happening.
Away from TNT.
That's not happening. It's on TNT. You can watch it on TNT.
Mm-hmm. They got great post game, pre game stuff.
It's easily accessible. They're not being blackballed at all. It's right there on TNT.
And now I think they're getting $100,000 this year. They got 50 last year, I think, for the winners. So I think the money's going up too. By the time we get to a couple years from now,
their average salary for players is like $124,000.
I think I'm saying I don't know what the ending pot. There's an ending pot. I think it's at the end of it as well. I don't want to misspeak, the exact numbers and all that, but. Bro, it's crazy. And by the way, if you don't have a center,
I don't know, man. I don't watch fucking TV no more. I watch all the shit on apps and shit like that. I'm like, where's the
that's the problem.
It's on apps too, though.
What apps?
I know it's on.
It's probably on TNT.
I know it's on. So Ox said TNT. TNT has an app, but I think it's also on TBS too.
Yeah,
True TV. I think True TV,
which is on TV.
Yeah, True TV.
And then
that's what
last year it was on Ion too, bro. Like you can watch it,
bro. Jordan. There's a team
NBA
right here.
Me downloading that. You don't got it downloaded.
I watch it on YouTube TV. I got YouTube TV.
What I'm telling y'all is that the NBA is absolutely the NBA is absolutely not blackballing.
It's on this right here. That shit said get. What the world?
Yeah,
hypocrite. What you saying, Ox? The NBA. Hold on. Wait. Whoa. Ox, what you
show it to us. You hypocrite.
Hang on for a second.
I got all the YouTube TV. I got all the TV.
Hang on for a second.
All right.
Ox, you were making a point about
all I'm saying is that the Unrivaled is not being blackballed. It's very accessible. It's on TV all the time. Like
I'm saying the WNBA keeps playing with this lockout coming up. Then they're gonna have a lot of competition.
You can watch every game. The WNBA they have.
They're in negotiations right now.
I know they've been in negotiations, right? But I'm not gonna get too far.
I'm talking to Jordan.
Get all into that. But whatever happens, that's gonna happen. But regardless, the WNBA is still the best basketball league. Like, shout out Unrivaled is dope, but you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not the WNBA.
All right, Ox, whatever
you're
you talking about, I agree with you, bro, because you're obviously the other women's basketball savant up here. That's why I'm talking directly to you. I don't know who else is on that. I know Jordan did a little Spot TV episode where he was saying that he watched the WNBA, but we know that's not true. I'm saying that, like, shout out to Jordan for that episode, by the way. That was actually really good. I watched it. I
went to the WNBA finals. Where were you at? Salsa dancing?
Yeah, probably. I was probably at a Congress. Matter of fact, Jordan, you don't know this. I actually be hosting Congress events now. So that's the funny part. As soon as I learn this Spanish, Jordan, you finna see me and Bad Bunny on stage, bro. I can't wait, bro. Shout out.
Hey, Swipe, I swear to God,
be on stage with Bad Bunny.
If you, I'm not trolling. I am not trolling. I don't care what y'all talking about. Nope. As soon as I learn, as soon as I get really a handle on the Spanish language, I want people to know this, by the way, Chill. You should be very happy about this.
English.
I'm on 103 straight days. 103 straight days
moving them
of Duolingo. I will be by the end of the year.
Swiper trying to demolish the English language. He gonna
I want to learn Spanish. I want to learn Spanish. But
Swiper, to your point though, the WNBA is still the best basketball league, and they'll figure it out. I mean, shout out Unrivaled, but I mean it's 3-on-3 basketball. You know what I'm saying? It's dope. It's really entertaining. They got really good basketball players, but it's not the WNBA.
Damo, I wanted to really quickly bring it back because we had some trades.
Hey, Chill, hold up right quick. Okay. We got to pay some bills. I don't want to cut you off again and then, get booed off the stage the same way Swiper going to get booed off the stage when he up there.
I'm throwing soda cans at him. I better not see him on the stage.
The most popular artist in the world right now?
I'm throwing soda cans at him. Get him off the stage.
Yeah, I can't even understand.
Wait, no, you're not. Chill, you were with me. What are you talking about? Be quiet. No. Be quiet. No. Be quiet. Chill was with me talking to the Latinas.
I was with you. The Latinas. We go to a show to see Bad Bunny. I don't want to see you on the stage with Bad Bunny. Get off the stage, Swiper.
Mark, do you know
get off the stage, brother. You ain't in show business.
Now one Bad Bunny song. Goddamn. I guess Bad Bunny get no play in the UK.
Well, as of
me.
Well, you speak for the
as
UK.
of right now. We gonna run over to Splash Sports and tell the people about what they need to do in order to make money. Now, this could be NFL picks. The Super Bowl is coming up. I think you guys know what to do with that. The NBA does have daily games, and you should know what to do with that. If not, we're gonna show you what to do with it. And there's other sports that you could choose on Splash Sports. The NHL, the WNBA, the MLB. It's a lot that you could choose from, and this is the best place to do it. Why? Because they give you different boosts. Like today, there's a Cade Cunningham boost. Or, they might have a Russell Westbrook boost. You never know what you're going to get on Splash Sports. All you know is that you're going to get a good time. And it's very easy. It's very simple. And it's simple to get money off of it. You pick 2 to 6 players and whatever sports you want to choose. And you can intermingle sports. You can intermingle players. It just has to be 2 different players on 2 different teams. When you do that, you'll get your player projections and you choose more or less. So let's say it's Karl Anthony Towns, points, rebounds, and assists, 32.5. You're thinking, Cat averages 20 and 10. That's obviously less than 32.5. He gives you a couple assists too. You're like, is he going to do it? Well, he's playing against the Detroit Pistons tonight. Jalen Duren, Beef Stew, they're a very good, very, very good defensive team. I think I'm going to take the less on Cat. But then let's say you got Peyton Pritchard, 26.5 PRA. They're playing against the Miami Heat. You're like, man, this is the type of game where Peyton Pritchard at home will go off against the Miami Heat off the bench, and he might have 20 points just alone, not let alone the points in the rebound or the assist and the rebounds. So then you take the more on Peyton Pritchard. But that's up to you. You put your basketball or sports IQ to the test, and you go more or less on these player projections. And you know what's the cool thing about it? You're competing against other fans like Ox. You could easily outsmart Ox. You're competing against other crystal ball. Well, you're using your crystal ball against Swiper's crystal ball, and you could outthink Swiper. So you're gonna, more than likely win against a fan like Swiper. That's the beautiful part about it is you're not competing against the house. You're competing against other fans.
You're competing against other crash outs like Ron.
You know what? We're gonna show you guys exactly how it's done right here, right now. Let's go ahead and do it, fellas.
Ron, have you got one right Ron, recently?
Before we go,
I'm gonna get one right today.
Swiper, don't be offended by Ron's yapping before we start. Just let this keep happening. So are we not gonna do
I am your
Super Bowl?
conscience.
Are we not gonna do a Super
Don't
Bowl pick as
respond to
well
Ron.
as today's pick?
What'd you say?
We all gonna do
Euro
Super Bowl.
Ron.
Yes, we are.
Yeah, let's do a Super Bowl pick. Let's do a Super Bowl pick. Oh, also shout out to Matt Stafford too.
Do you want me to give my Splash Sports Super Bowl picks?
No,
that I gave?
Swiper, you ain't the only one to watch football. We all get the pick. Damn.
Well, I'm saying
Get
like,
off
I
the
gave
stage.
3 yesterday.
Damn, you not in show business.
I mean, actually, we're quite literally in show.
Don't
business.
let Ox round me up.
Damn.
Ox is onto my gimmick. I really don't know ball.
Ron, you haven't got one Splash Sports pick right in months.
Ron, have you
Wait.
got a sports
I'm
pick
gonna
right?
take.
Have you got one, Ron?
Oh, they don't got.
Hey,
they don't
who did
got,
I take
they don't-
yesterday?
Who did you take yesterday?
All right,
Ron? Tell us.
Cooper.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Damn, they don't got interceptions for Drake May. I was definitely gonna take more on interceptions for Drake May.
Who did you take yesterday?
I took 3 of them, Ron. You want all of them?
No,
I got-
I pull it
no.
up.
Who'd
I
you
can pull
take?
it up right here.
I am your conscience.
Got Sam
Don't
Darnold.
admit that you took
I'm
3
gonna
of them
take.
anymore.
I'm taking the less on Drake May's passing yards.
That would have been my pick. Do they got Diggs catches? They got catches for Diggs?
I got reception yards. Let me see. I got you right here. I probably got receptions too. I'm sure they do. 4.5 receptions.
Stephon Diggs, first Super Bowl, Cardi B drama, his drama. Give me the more. Give me the more.
What Cardi B got to do with this?
Say, man, if you know, you know.
More than 4.5 receptions for Stephon Diggs.
He for sure gonna get more.
Absolutely. He better. I got a thumbnail on the tuck. I got a thumbnail on the tuck if he don't. Come on. Come on.
Never mind. I hope he go less.
I got something for
I
him
gotta
if
see
he don't.
this.
Stop
I
it.
gotta see this, man.
Okay, who's next? Get
I mean-
involved, Mars.
Might have said if nobody else feels inclined, I could throw something out there. I don't know.
We can keep
No,
going.
I'll get involved, but you guys gonna lose now. But let's go. Okay.
We're
Um,
gonna have checks and balances, Mars. What you?
Is that Tom Brady?
No.
No.
Hell no.
Might as well be.
man.
Might as well be.
Drake.
Oh my
That's
God,
Drake
that
Go
May.
ahead, Morris. That's
Talking
Drake
about
Brady.
Henry.
We passed.
talking
Oh,
about
y'all
Hunter
talking about the
Henry.
person below Drake May.
He's talking about Hunter Henry.
Now the person below Drake May did look like Tom Brady. I seen the
Oh, Hunter Henry. Right.
Yeah,
I thought it was
Okay.
Tom
I seen
Brady.
the, I seen a little NFL honors thing, and he was giving a shout out to Mike Ray. But I'm like, bro, this dude look like goddamn Tom Brady, bro. Like, it's no way he looked like Tom Brady.
Oh, go ahead, Mars. Go ahead.
Nobody's getting JSN.
What Juicy Scales say his name was?
JSN.
Nick
Oh, okay.
Jibba.
Yeah, well, I gotta go with Henry. He the goat. So we gonna go with more, whatever that is. Receiving yards. Yeah, we gonna go more. Yeah.
Drake May be a check down machine. I don't know.
Yeah, are we taking? Are
Might
we
work.
taking that?
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. What's that
Mars
say?
said a little
Drake
more.
made
All right.
37. That's say
All right,
37 and a
Mars,
half.
you got it.
That's Russian.
Already got a Drake. Already got a Drake May pick. So
Oh, he ain't getting no 37 and a half rushing anyway though. But
Where Booty
we
at?
gotta-
Hey, do reception
we
yards for
gotta go.
Booty.
We gotta go something with Seattle. What y'all doing?
Are all these?
Can we just,
We
can
wait-
we
we
just
waiting.
take the loss? Can we just take the loss? Is that a thing?
no, Seattle's gonna win.
Hell no. I got New England winning.
Sorry,
but we gotta go
Oh,
with
we
Sam
do need
Darnold.
a Seattle one.
Yeah. Sam Darnold, what?
Mhm.
He's definitely
What else he
going
got?
more.
What else Sam Darnold got?
Let's see.
If it's his,
we
if he got something on
6.5
rushing, take the
yards.
less.
6.5 rushing
That's not
yards.
bad.
Less, bro. Less.
Oh, you gonna be mad when he run for that first down?
Man, that's what I'm
Ooh.
saying.
Man,
Ooh.
hell no. If
Gonna be
Jordan
sick.
Love couldn't get 9.5 rushing yards that one time, ain't no fucking way Sam Darnold getting that shit.
But Jordan
Jordan
Love
Love
not top
literally
15.
had 7 rushing yards. Jordan Love literally had 9 rushing yards in the first half and did not get a half a yard no more for the rest of the game.
But Jordan Love's not top 15 though, so I mean, I would expect that. Go to Booty. What's the receptions for Booty? That's my pick. Take more on Booty receptions. Booty gonna catch it.
Oh, who the hell are you talking? Oh, okay.
Booty. Yeah. Literally, his name is Booty. Come on, man. Come on, guys. Be mature. Come on, we talking football.
All right. You want 30? You want 31 and a half? So
wait, does he have reception?
Patriots,
No. I'm looking for reception. Or do they only have? Oh, okay. Nah, so
I'll
take more for receiving yards. I'll say more for receiving yards.
Everybody going more receiving yards. This ain't gonna work out. Y'all taking the more. Everybody receiving yards. I took the less on Drake May receiving
passing yards, which is crazy. But shit might work out that way.
It might work out.
Nobody taking JSN. Ron, you not getting involved in this? You not taking Sam Darnold?
Oh, Mr. Seattle.
I got my own side work. But I mean, if
all right, damn, I got it.
If I was to advise anybody in the chat, I would take the more on all Seattle. But you know, that's just me being a fanatic.
Ron, you got y'all smoking. You got y'all smoking the Patriots?
Sure, I think we won by 3 touchdowns.
Damn.
This is gonna get ugly, chill.
There we go. NFL big game boost. That's the one we want right there. Ox put 50 on it.
Yeah, no doubt.
Woo!
Oh, it can't be more than 20. It can't be $20 max. We'll go 20.
Okay. 20 get us 1,600.
Wait, we split this if we win, right? This is
we split it between me and I.
So we just doing a Super Bowl pick today. We ain't doing no basketball.
So Tom Brady hit. I don't get no.
I'm about to say, Booty get the catch it. Booty start catching. I don't get nothing.
Yes.
I mean, you guys had the foresight to pick the GOAT. No, I'm not.
Hey, we could do that, but if your player sells,
you owe
gotta
money.
Pay the
you
portion.
owe $20.
Hell no.
Nah, you owe the portion that you would have lost in the pot.
I mean, I believe in.
I don't
Tom
think that's
Brady,
how that works. I don't think that's how that works.
You ain't read the fine print.
Hold on now. I'll give you 20 bones. I cost you 20 bones. I'll give you 20 bones. Hold on now.
Are we doing NBA too, y'all?
Yeah, let's do it.
Might as well.
Swiper, would you like to get involved with this one? A sport that you actually know?
What? This ain't soccer?
Let me see.
So because we have some indecisive guys around here, good morning, Mr. Ox.
I was waiting for smoke. My man.
Good morning, Mr. Ox. Can I have a cup of Leonard this morning, sir? Thank you very much.
Here we go.
They need to have a more or less on when it's
a lot has changed in these last couple of days. I don't know.
It looks like Leonard is 28 and a half. Last time we saw Sacramento, he put 33 on them. 33 and 5. I'm gonna go with the more. Yes, sir. I'm gonna take the more on Leonard today.
Hell of a pick. I like that.
Yes, sir.
They got Jordan Miller.
No, let me see. Nope.
No Jordan Miller. Nope. No line on Mr. Jordan Miller today.
Oh yeah, give me Peyton Pritchard. I think he give you 20 points. I'll take the more on that.
I don't know why they're trying to disrespect Peyton Pritchard like he not.
First of all, I don't know why they try to disrespect Caitlin Clark by saying that.
That was disgusting.
Peyton Pritchard is a
was
great
disgusting on other levels too. Like you could have compared her to another player. Like,
I don't think they play similarly.
You didn't have to choose the token, but
I don't think they play similarly. So
you tell me when Peyton Pritchard changes the game, and but when I say change the game, I mean take you from flying commercial to charter flights. Stop it.
Who's next?
I thought Peyton Pritchard was a dope comparison, by the way.
I just think Peyton
Kalen not that good of a 2-point scorer, man. We know doing that.
I'm gonna take the more on Trey Murphy.
5-point players.
Yo, Ox, let me get that 22 on Zion. Hey, y'all finna see how much Rudy food at the rim.
Fuck, bro.
I don't wait. Let me see.
Ron been tricking the bag almost half the season.
That's what he do, yeah. That's what he do.
Can you guys give me the picks that I've lost? Do you remember them off the top of your head?
First of all, yesterday. How about that, Ron?
I picked Cooper Flag and he
went way beyond more. It's gonna have to be Demon Murphy.
Gotcha.
Way more.
Thank you.
I'm gonna take a sleeper one here. I'm going Sadiq Bey, points and rebounds more.
I just seen Sadiq Bey points and rebounds more. Where are you? Oh, right here. All right, well, that'll do it.
Hey, hold on, Ox. Go down right quick. Oh, never mind. We already here. Don't worry about it. Oh, we supposed to? Do we pick Cade?
No, we didn't.
Yeah, go back and take Zion off of this.
All right.
Actually, you know what, Big Ox?
Is Cade a Leicester? Is Cade a Leicester today, Ron?
I don't know, Chill, because I'm not gonna rock with Cade.
They just lost to the Wizards, so you know.
Not too much.
You see, hey, Ox, go back to the homepage right quick and show us the boost. Not that one. The home quick pick stage. My bad. Yeah, right there. Can you zoom in so we can see the boost?
Mars, do you have any idea what's going on right now?
No. Go over. Go back. Well, you can see there's a 25% Cade Cunningham boost right there. And go over, Ox, to the right. To your right. There's a Knicks versus Pistons 10% boost. So if you pick 30%. Any player from this game, you get a 10% boost. If you pick Cade Cunningham, you get a 25% boost. However, I'm a little greedy, you know. And I've been known to want more. So in order for me to get more, I'm gonna jump over to that 50% boost. And it must include a GOAT by the name of Russell Westbrook. This is Slop's Lock. So, Big Ox, can you please do me a favor and type in Russell Westbrook?
Damo, that's why we can't have cheese on our sandwich. That's why we can't have cheese on the burger. For this reason right here. That's why we can't have cheese on the burger.
Don't click more on that. Whatever it is, take less. Points, less. Take less. I'm telling you, take less. PRA, less.
Does that say his last 5 average is 8.2?
Kings got the Clippers.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Just go with the
8.2 PRA. Wait a minute.
What's Russ been doing?
You better take less. What are you doing? Take less.
That's because these 3 games he didn't play these 3 games.
Oh, no. Okay. My fault, Russ. My fault.
Now, come to find out, he did actually play. He was just out there doing suicides. Take less, man.
Man, look. Give me the 19.5 points and assists, man. You know what to do.
His real PRA has been 20.5. They did it wrong right there. They did it wrong.
Yeah, that's cold. They shouldn't have did that.
I was about to start hating on you. I'm not gonna. I've been watching
the old school hate was coming back.
I ain't watched the Kings in a little minute. The last time I watched the Kings game, whenever Embiid played them and gave him 40. I know Russ ain't played that one. That's
Swipe. You think y'all made a mistake passing on Russ?
No.
He'd be healthy.
All right, y'all. Those were our Splash Sports picks.
He was our second best player last year.
If y'all didn't like him, go ahead and make your own picks. When you do win your money, tag us in whatever story you post or on Twitter or whatever. Send it to us so you can gloat and you can show everybody that you really know ball and that maybe we don't know ball. However, as you can see from the bottom banner, quick picks, we will match up to $50 when you use code PLAYER, and we will also give you a 100% boost on your first entry. Join the winner's circle. We'll see you guys there. Y'all, let's go ahead and dive into these super chats. We got a few of them. So let's see what the people got to say about our opening topics and about these trades and all that other good stuff that happened. Also, too, we are going to go through, and I got to hear you guys' best team. We talked briefly about, who cooked and who got robbed during the trade deadline. But I want to hear you guys' top 3 winners and top 3 losers from each of you guys at the trade deadline. And I want to hear your reasons why. However, before we get into that, Tupac West Side said, "Happy Friday, fellas. I think the Lakers definitely upgraded, but LK alone, Luke Kennard alone doesn't move the needle much. At least the Lakers won last night, and there's a lot of opportunity in the buyout market this year."
That's what I was going to ask.
Definitely better than Gabe Vincent. He's definitely better than Gabe Vincent.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask, Damo, because you still got the buyout market, and you still may have some run and dunk guys, some more athletes that you can maybe grab in the buyout market. I watched that game last night, and I was very upset about the fact that JJ Redick has to go with Vando and Kleber with DeAndre Ayton on the bench. And I'm like, this is what they got to do. They got to go with these 2 dudes. Got my blood pressure up, Moss. Because I'm like, they got to go with these 2 dudes with you on the bench. Why does he have to go with
the decision? Did you disagree?
I did, actually. I did. And the reason why
So you see how they hooping, you still gonna disagree just because it's DeAndre Ayton.
No, I did agree with it. That's what I'm saying. I
Okay.
I did agree with it.
Okay.
I'm watching last night specifically the action that they get in DeAndre Ayton in. They're dragging Jake LaRavia into the action to get switched on to Embiid. Mars, they ran this play 4 times in a row. I'm like, stop switching. And they get buckets 3 of the 4 times. Stop switching. It's not that difficult. And again, I know that at the pro level, there's a lot of things that are difficult. This is not difficult, man. Stop switching. And they kept doing it. It was incredible. But I'm thinking in the buyout market, Damo, you can maybe find another athlete, another run and dunk guy, and I think that will help you guys.
What big is in the buyout market right now?
That's a good question.
Because we saying this, and then we look and we sign Kai Jones. And then when I start ranting, I'm the crazy Laker fan. That's fine though. I mean, it sounds good on paper.
Kai Jones not in the buyout market.
I know. I'm saying because there's nobody in the buyout market, they're just going to sign the first athlete that's available, which would be like a Kai Jones caliber
Kai
player.
Jones play overseas though. They ain't signing him. He ain't available for shit.
Okay, that's not his point. His point is he was just using Kai Jones as an example of somebody that's basically irrelevant. That's the point that he was making.
Damn.
So anyway,
where Kai Jones was playing.
Anyway, Damo.
All right. Well,
as you were saying, Damo.
Irrelevant is crazy.
Yes. So
the ball, Paul
anyway.
George.
He's about as relevant as James Najee. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Ron. You got it.
You got it.
Yeah, you missed so badly on that.
We don't talk about those days, Ron. We don't talk about those days, Mars. We'll talk about that. He's sucking.
As if that wasn't enough for the Lakers. The next super chat I got is from Reginald Deborah. Reginald said, "Okay, I've seen enough. Get tubby ass Luka out. We have Luka at home. Get pieces to build around red, white, and blue Luka. And LeBron is on his 5th prime snap." And shout out to Penny Avdia.
Shout out to Austin Reeves, man. Shout out to Austin Reeves. He won him the game. Like, I don't know. He won him the game.
How do you
Why
want
is his nickname Penny Avdia though?
For that reason, because he's 6'8" and he plays like Penny Hardaway. Where you at, Jordan? Today? Are you with us today, Jordan?
Who play like fucking Penny
Where you at?
Hardaway? Wait a minute.
They're talking about
Penny
Penny.
Hardaway.
He don't play none like he don't play none.
I don't think that's a Penny Hardaway. I don't think that's a Penny Hardaway reference.
It is. If Chill
so
said it,
either.
he played like Penny Hardaway.
I
What
don't
you
Sound
talking
like
about?
he said Penny.
No, I think
Did I read pen or Penny? Did I read pen?
No,
It's
Penny
Penny.
Avdia. They're
Play
talking
like
about
he
Penny.
played like Penny. I see it. Now that you
6'8".
said
Oh,
it.
God.
Handling
They're talking
it.
about
Now
Penny.
that
y'all.
you
They're talking
said it,
about
I
Penny.
see it.
Nah,
Now that
my
you
man
said
Penny
it, I
Avdia.
see it.
Penny.
You guys telling me you guys don't see it.
You
guys
said
don't
that
see
with
it?
a straight face, and then you said that.
Yeah.
He gonna say where I'm
You
at.
idiot for not knowing it, Jordan.
Okay,
Yeah,
first
he
and
gonna
foremost.
say where you at. Like that was the consensus.
Yeah, like you ain't just know that we
Yes.
call him Penny Avdia around here. Like you ain't
That's
know
what
that.
that's what we referencing him to. I don't think he played
I
like him,
don't
but
think
that's what we
that's the
referencing him
reference.
to.
No, he's
Hardaway.
talking about
That's
Penn.
who we
He's
all-
talking
No,
about
he's not.
Penn.
He's talking about my man
Y'all,
Avdia.
please.
That's who we all reference him to Penny Hardaway. That's what we do.
Can we please move on? Because Chad is starting to get some crazy stuff off. Chad done got some crazy jokes off. Can we please move on?
No, Damo. When they it's Friday, Damo. Let them warm up.
Nah,
They ain't get started.
Let them warm up.
Hey, let the chat warm up a little bit. We just
On
get-
Friday, these niggas show up to the pre-chat before the show
Nah,
too.
damn,
Hey,
man.
they
We just
camping
getting
outside like
started,
it was
man.
the BYU versus Kansas game.
Nah.
They didn't been camped out since 12 a.m. waiting for this.
I seen what the
Nah,
boys
man.
do.
Let my
They
chat
be all
get
warmed
off,
up.
man. Let my chat get off.
I'm seeing what they getting off.
Hell
Hey
no.
man,
I'm
that's
not
just-
with Damo on this one. I'm usually with Damo right now. I'm not. Let my chat get off, man.
All right, they're gonna put that call in. We're gonna be up here apologizing soon. You better stop.
You gonna apologize
Who?
for other people saying?
Who? Me?
Hey, all right.
Never. Never.
Shit. We gonna be like
Avdia.
Hey, Ox, we're gonna be like Floyd Mayweather crying and shit on the press conference.
I'm
That's
telling
how they
you,
gonna be.
don't play with them boys. Hey, they put that call in.
Shit. Shit. I'm telling you, boy. Hey, let's just move on. Let's just stick to chill and say that was Penny Hardaway. What they talking about?
Facts. They was talking about Penny Hardaway. That's
what I thought it was. That's what
I don't know how you
Penny.
guys ain't know. I don't know how you guys ain't know. That's just what
I saw it said Penny.
Yeah, I don't know.
my
You
chat go
right.
crazy.
you guys was not tapped in, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, I was tripping.
I'm not tapped in.
Shout out
I'm
to
not.
boy
Hey,
Hardaway.
Damo not tapped in. I don't get him.
Denny Advia. Penny Advia. Yeah, Denny Advia.
Exactly.
6'8".
Yeah,
For sure. Yeah, Chill, you right.
I ain't scared of baby beanies, man.
Hey, boy, hey, that ain't no
That's how I
baby
put it
beans,
together.
boy. Shit. Hey, I already been warned. Brother sent me a scripture the last time I said something about Denny. I have no idea what the hell that was. I already been warned. So, hey, Ox. Hey.
All right, let's go. Keep going, Ron.
Hands off today, brother.
Drink more water said, "What's up with Sengun lately? He had a great start to the season, but since the new year, he's been putting up 18, 9, and 5 on 47, 20, and 55 splits. Is he closer to his play now or at the start of the year?"
Man, Sengun fucking suck. I'm like, when y'all gonna say it? He fucking suck? Shit. Like, I don't give a damn. I've been telling y'all about him. His ass trash, bro. Like, that shit trash, bro. And the Rockets Twitter gonna come in. Oh, you hate. I don't give a fuck. I know what I'm watching. Him and Amen is trash. Like, I told y'all that shit, bro. Like, get them two off the team. We wasting KD years. We wasting his time. This not a daycare. Them motherfuckers can't shoot. It's not a daycare.
God.
Kick them to the curve. KD.
What's your biggest issue when you watch Sengun? Okay, Jordan, you say he's garbage. Okay, when you watch a guy, what makes him trash?
He get the ball all damn game long, and his touch is fucking ass. He take too long to process some shit. So every time he think he about to do some shit, it's either a double team where he holding the ball too long, or he skip the ball and get it tipped. It's always some goofy shit going on with him. And then he get in the lane and shoot some bullshit. Now you cursing out the referees because you got badass touch. That's what you're doing. Then with Amen Thompson, he plays like a little kid still in the overtime league. Like, and y'all gonna just ignore it because he's athletic and he can defend. The motherfucker can't dribble or shoot, but he plays point guard. What are we doing?
They're guarding him with centers now. That's what.
But he plays point guard. But y'all afraid to come up here and say
every team is guarding him with a center.
But y'all afraid to come up here and say he trash because the excuse is gonna be he's young. He's young.
Well, first of all, he's not trash.
You can be trash and sorry.
Okay,
like, you can be trash and young. Like,
okay,
what's
not
wrong
trash.
with that?
I think that's an overstatement. He is not trash. Number two, he can definitely handle.
Let me run a poll.
Where can he handle the ball at, Jill?
He might not be the ball handler that you want him to be.
He's not the ball handler that he want to be. He
not yet.
Dribble.
Not yet. And if he couldn't dribble at all, then he wouldn't be able to handle in transition. He wouldn't be able to handle in the
No, that got nothing to do with it. He fast as hell and athletic. All you gotta do is dribble that bitch a couple.
So he can dribble in. Which one is it, Jordan? Can he dribble or can he not?
He's a professional.
We know about to do the. Oh, he can put the ball on the floor and it comes back to his hand.
Okay, so
if that's the case, I can dribble a basketball.
Right. So be
specific. But that's obviously not what he's saying. Like, we don't need to do that.
So are we saying that he can't handle it? Like a lead guard should be able to handle it. He can't handle it like a wing should be able to handle it.
Like below average. He handles it below average. He handles it poorly. That's what he does. He handles it poorly.
No one's gonna call him Penny Thompson.
Yeah.
No, we're not gonna do
that.
He
handles the ball very poorly, Chill.
I do think,
and he can't shoot.
The shooting is. I think that goes without saying. Like, we don't even need to talk about that. But
I told y'all, his 3-ball might as well be a turnover, Chill.
Yeah, I don't think we need to talk about that.
Layups ain't that damn good either, though.
Jordan, I think you way too hard on this kid. Way too hard. I think that
I'm just telling the truth.
No, you're not telling the truth.
He's not too hard on him. He's just in a situation where it's win now mode, and you still have players that need to develop.
Yeah,
my thing is,
but that's the point. That
you've been saying that.
We
said that last year.
Chill's on his biased optimism. Shout out to John. But at the end of the day, Houston aren't in the development phase of this roster no more. They got the 37-year-old superstar. So we can.
And he's playing like 1-2, by the way.
Fun and games. Oh, development. Hey, in 5 years, they might figure it out. They ain't got 5 years. When they traded Jalen Green and Dylan Brooks, they didn't have 5 years for you to wait for them to figure it out. Either they can contribute to winning basketball today, or they can't. And right now, me and Jordan, because we've been the most vocal on this, right now they can't. So what they can do in 5 years doesn't change that. if Alperen Sengun turns into a superstar, if Amen Thompson turns into a superstar, that doesn't mean anything for right now.
Right.
Every piece of analysis, I'm pretty sure, I'm speaking for Jordan here. You can correct me if I'm wrong. Every piece of analysis me and Jordan have given on Amen Thompson, Alperen Sengun, Jabari Smith has been about what they are today.
Correct.
Not what they can be, not what they're going to be today. You telling me Amen Thompson will be able to dribble in the future? I don't care. Cool. Congratulations. Amen Thompson will be able to shoot in the future. Cool. I don't care. Can he do it today? If not, I'm going to criticize him for what he can't do today. Because at the end of the day, Houston are trying to win today. Houston are trying to be competitive today. What Amen Thompson will be able to do later down the line is great for his development. And I'm not saying his career is over. I'm not saying Sengun's career is over. But if they can't help you win in the playoffs today, they should be criticized for not being able to help you win in the playoffs today, because that's what you did when you got Kevin Durant.
It's not. But
the goal was winning the playoffs today.
But it's not. But the criticism that y'all giving them is making it seem like we've been waiting for this to happen. We're acting like this is years.
To be fair, I'm in year 5 of Alperen Sengun. We're in year 5.
Okay, we are in year 5.
We're in year 5. We're in year 5, and he spent the first 3 years playing AAU basketball.
By the way,
I'm just saying,
and he still plays the same way though.
All he's done is he's been given more usage, and the floors have become more glaring.
Just because the front office decided one day, hey man, after development we're trying to make, let's just try to win now, without realizing their players weren't ready, that's not on them. That's not their fault that they just went from we're building something to now it's time to win.
I was not their fault, Damo.
They were ready to compete.
No, wait. They're professional basketball players. I told y'all this. I told y'all this in October. I told y'all this in October what was going to happen. Basketball. Look, Wes, as soon as no, all I did was tell the truth, chill. I told the truth because this is where we are in October. So okay, so what? Don't harp on that little part of everything. Yeah, I said that. So what? I talk, but see, don't harp on. See, now y'all acting like the comments after the show right now. That's what y'all acting like. You heard what my points. I told y'all in October, as soon as Freddie went out, what was going to happen. I told y'all where we were going to be come March, April. And it happened in February. In February, y'all already turning y'all back on the team that I told y'all wasn't ready because they went to get Kevin Durant. You told me that Amen could be a point guard. You told me that Reed Shepherd could be the point guard. I told you neither one of them could be the point guards.
He ain't talking about me.
He ain't talking about me.
I'm talking to Chill and Ron.
Oh, God, I definitely
Chill told me Chill told me Amen was the point guard. Ron told me that Reed Shepherd was the point guard. I told you they didn't have a point guard, and that was going to be their downfall. And everybody got mad and said I was hating on Kevin Durant. I told y'all Kevin Durant is an amazing basketball player still to this day, but there's nothing they're going to be able to do because Amen is not a point guard. I don't care how fast he gets the ball up the court in transition. He don't think like a point guard. He don't pass like a point guard. He don't dribble like a point guard. He don't do nothing like no point guard. He can't dribble, shoot, or process. Hey, what Bernie Mac told that boy in summer, man, you can't sing, dance, nor whistle. That boy can't do shit.
Bruh, but I don't even know, but to me, I don't even know why Chill is fighting this shit.
It's not that I'm fighting it. What I'm doing is I'm having an issue with the blame being filtered to only one space.
It's not about
you guys aren't
not about
one is Sengun. Okay, it's Amen.
Okay,
it's Jabari.
Okay,
yeah.
Okay.
It's the fact that the team can't shoot. It's the fact that Ime can't coach competent offense. It's the fact that Kevin Durant can't dribble. One place.
And all of this stuff started in one place, which was last year when they went to the top of the Western Conference. We're here. We're close because the league is so much parity that we get an opportunity to get Kevin Durant. Okay, now we're closer to the championship, knowing for a fact that these kids that you have on this group are not prepared.
Well, Fred VanVleet got hurt, Chill. You can't forget about that. He got hurt.
Fred VanVleet does not fix their issues. He does not fix their issues.
He fixes
to the point to where
problems. He fixes the turnover.
He fixes
when I say he doesn't fix their issues, obviously he does alleviate them from having to put a guy that's not a point guard at point guard, obviously. But when I say fix their problem, they're not a championship contender now because they have Fred VanVleet. He's not making them a championship contender. That's what I mean by he's not fixing their problem.
They literally stopped becoming a championship contender when he got hurt.
If you say so.
But
again, if you feel him playing this year makes him a championship contender, okay.
Yeah, I think Damo and Jordan and I'm in between the both of you here. I think the issue is, Damo, I do think Fred VanVleet helps them significantly, obviously, but that's a different conversation, obviously, being a championship contender and winning a championship and getting out of the West. But Jordan, to your point, Sengun has regressed, and Amen hasn't gotten better from last year. So I think, Chill, that's the issue. Is like now Rockets fans, shout out my Brodies that I've been around for a couple of years now. The real Rockets, Will, like Bordeaux, they're fully locked in. They are in a situation right now where they're even self-admitting that Sengun isn't good enough and Amen isn't good enough. And Mark, if you've been around them or the Rockets Twitter at all, they were super high on Sengun 2 years ago. They thought Amen was going to be a superstar. Right. And I think the issue is,
hold on, not to cut you off, but actually, I don't know if you remember the tweet that I tweeted in the summertime before the season started when I said, the Rockets probably should trade Sengun because what y'all think is a superstar, I don't think it's going to turn out to that. And it was, he's this and that years old. They start talking about what Jokic did at that age. I said, slow the fuck down. This ain't Jokic. Okay. I kept saying that. This is not Jokic.
Well, I think the issue is too, Jordan, and Chill, I think the thing you struggle with in these conversations I mean struggle with as in like they're young and they're still developing. Chill, Sengun has had back-to-back very bad scoring seasons. Like very bad scoring season. He can't finish. He can't shoot out. Like literally, when you get him outside of directly in front of the rim, he cannot score. He's like bad at everything away from the rim. And given the fact that he has limited mobility, he doesn't have touch, and he doesn't even finish at the rim as well as you want him to. And on top of that, to Jordan's constant point, he is a very slow processor. He does not make great decisions with the basketball, and he turns the basketball over. And then defensively, to Mars's point, as somebody who watches a lot of these games, he doesn't defend consistently either. Even like and by the way, y'all, this is twice now that I remember. And then Jordan, real talk, Mars, the Rockets fan, they might remember more. This is the second time I've seen Ime Udoka ask about Sengun's defense, where he has been to a level like dismissive of Sengun. Now he self-acknowledged that they're always hunting Sengun. True, that is always going to be true. But I think that Ime Udoka and the coaching that I've seen from him in 2 years, you can tell Sengun is not his cup of tea. That he is not somebody who wants to employ a player like Sengun on the roster. And I think the issue is now you're having Sengun not play well and Ime Udoka not wanting to utilize Sengun, I think, in a way that would best compliment him. But to be fair, to Marge's point, they give him the ball.
To your point, the reason why I'm struggling with this is because this is the way that they constructed this team. You brought Ime Udoka in. To get some structure. You brought Ime Udoka in to have some consistency with this group, and they were getting better. 2 years ago, they went from being at the bottom of the league to now being right outside the play-in tournament. To last year, they were number 2 seed in the Western Conference. Okay, now we're developing.
Don't forget, got bounced first round though.
Okay, they did get bounced. They did get bounced in the first round. Yes, that did happen. With that being said, they were developing, and we're turning into something. When you add KD to this roster, we already know what the deficiencies are with Jabari. We know that Jabari is an inconsistent long ball shooter. We know that he can't put the ball on the floor very well. We know that Amen Thompson is not what I want him to be in terms of a lead guard, in terms of a ball handler. We know that he needs to slow his game down. With that being said, when you add Kevin Durant to the lineup, what you're doing is you're speeding up all of the stuff that's wrong with these guys, and you're illuminating it. So
I don't think that's fair though, because Kevin
Durant.
I think what's happened is what's going on. But to your point, Kevin Durant has accentuated their issues because Kevin Durant is so good.
Yes,
it's like again, you're watching him be great, but then the roster around him is like there are clear holes. Like they are not performing.
I don't even know how people blaming this shit on KD though. Like I don't get what's the blame.
KD has flaws.
For this?
I mean, he has flaws.
I think the fact
for wanting to go there, yes.
I think the fact that KD can't handle the ball and be your initiator.
Yeah, that's a
KD problem. That's a KD problem.
Yeah,
the fact that
why did he have to be?
That's not my job.
I agree. But this is the thing. We know KD can't do that at this point of his career.
Sure.
Therefore, it was meant to be Fred, and then when Fred went down, it was meant to be Amen and Reed because we know KD can't do it.
And they can't do it.
If KD could do it, these problems wouldn't be as glaring. So, and when it comes to KD, it's like that's one thing. It's like if KD was better at this wouldn't be as bad. But once again, we knew he wasn't that. And the guy who got drafted as a point guard, Amen Thompson, the other guy who got drafted as a point guard, Reed Shepherd, by year 2 and year 3, should be able to handle point guard responsibilities, but they can't. So now you have Sengun bringing the ball up.
Yeah.
You have Amen still bringing the ball up. I'm watching Jabari bring the ball up.
I'm about to Tari Eason do it when he
like,
fucking helped.
like I'm watching them bring the ball up by committee, and no one can get them into sets consistently. In fact, I'm watching Kevin Durant having to tell people where to go. And like, I'm not saying that's not his job. At the end of the day, you're all on the court. You should all know where you're meant to be at any given time. But if Kevin Durant's having to direct traffic so that he can get a clean catch, please, be able to think.
But then,
to
that point too, Damo, they're giving the ball to Sengun more to offset for KD's weaknesses, but also not even to offset for his weaknesses. They're giving Sengun the ball more to be able to get into an offense without KD having to initiate everything. Because you're not supposed to do that with your wing. That is not his responsibility. You ain't supposed to do that shit with
your center too, though. So I think people.
No, but you can if your center is like Embiid or if it's Jokic or something like that.
Embiid don't even necessarily do it, and I think.
But Embiid can though. Like I'm saying, Embiid at least can be a in the middle of the floor nail player where we can run DHOs and get comparable offense.
But as far as Sengun, right, it's total different, and I think people sometimes they get excited about some shit. Like we see Jokic bring the ball up, right? But people don't realize oftentimes when Jokic is bringing the ball up, it's very little pressure on him a lot of times. And when there is pressure to him, the first thing he does is swing the fucking ball. And they overanalyze that. And because he may get an assist off of it, you thinking, oh, Jokic's a play initiator. Like, no, he's just playing fucking basketball. He swung the ball and then they scored. So you think he created that. He really didn't. So now it's like, oh, let's copycat. We got a big that can pass. Sengun do the same shit. And it's like, dude, Jokic processed the game 10 times faster than him. Like, Jokic can see the defender coming up and he won't even try to engage with him. He just passed that motherfucker. Sengun start doing spin moves and shit and like banging him to the ground. And like, what the fuck is we doing? And I'm like, yo, centers aren't made to do that. This isn't that type of thing. You're too big to do that. Keep going. But because Jokic has won so many MVPs and you saw a little glimpse of that, you think that's what's going on in Denver. And it's not. Like, Jokic is by far, and I know I'll be, fucking with him and Luka about them scripted assists. But Jokic, by far, a lot of what he does is impressive. It's simple. He just plays simple basketball. We don't see enough of it, so we highlight it.
I'm glad you brought that up.
Swing it.
That part that part right there, what you just said, he plays simple basketball. So if Sengun has a problem processing, if Sengun is slow in doing these things, how about we dumb the game? How about we dumb the offense down for him? This doesn't have to be complex. Now that doesn't mean that he doesn't know how to play basketball, because I think Sengun knows how to play. But I think that when he gets doubled, to your point, particularly on the right box, when he gets doubled, he looks like a deer in headlights. I'm not going to argue that.
But he's not good versus one-on-one coverage either, though.
He's not good at the top of the key either, though.
I think he's, to be honest with you, he's not playing good. He's not playing good right now. I actually think he's good at the elbow.
He's not a top-level scorer or passer. So I think to Mars's point, if you're not a top-level, you don't have scoring gravity. Like Sengun's scoring gravity is very limited relative to other centers, and on top of that, he's not a great scorer.
Is it right now, though, Swiper?
No, this is the last 2 years. 2 years.
You told me that he's going back. So
2 years he has regressed as a scorer.
Okay, so you're saying
2 years.
That means that at one point, we were in a space where he was looking like an
no,
elite
but he's
scorer.
never been a high-end scorer.
So with that, so if that's the case, I mean, he was at, I think Sengun at one point was at 22, 23 a game.
He's still averaging 22 points a game. Okay, but he's not a high-end scorer, though.
Okay, so with that being said, I do like him at the left elbow. I think he operates really well at the left elbow one-on-one, because I do think that he can knock down that left. I think he can knock down.
I think you're missing that. If I want you to do that defensively, if you're going to turn your offense into Sengun isos from the top of the nail, do that.
You want as a defense. You want.
And that's to the point. And they even asked Chill, because they asked Raphael Stone and Ime about this after the trade deadline, and they basically asked him, you're obviously over-relying on the offensive rebounding because Chill, Steven Adams is not there. You can't do that the same
That's
anymore.
One of the main reasons why their offense is going.
Chill, their whole offense, 40% of it is offensive rebounding.
Yeah,
they're so inefficient on the first shot that they're banking on getting the possession, a second possession, a third of the time. And if they can't do that, their offense falls apart. And what I'm saying is, Chill, I think the issue is any other situation, if you just looked at it and said, who are you on your first possession? They're a bad offense without offensive rebounding. Sengun is not a good enough scorer to put enough pressure on the defense for him to be an actual threat consistently. And he's also not good enough of a passer to take advantage of the limited ground that he does have. So I think Jordan is. Go ahead, Joe.
Keep going. No, because you make a valid point, but I think that's what they were banking on this year when they got KD. All of the stuff that you just talked about in terms of second chance opportunities, they banked on that last year because they didn't have a consistent scorer. Well, when you add KD, okay, now we have a consistent bucket getter, so we don't have to concern ourselves that much with offensive rebounding. On top of that, we were banking on Sengun improving as a distributor.
Chill. I agree with you on that one. They were banking on that, but I also think that they were, I don't want to say tricked, but I want to say they were overcommitted to the development of Sengun turning into this superstar, and they didn't see the current flaws that he had. And that's where I think they made a mistake, because they made that mistake because when they got KD, somebody should have been on the board. Like, watching Sengun's game and KD's game, it doesn't go together with the style of play that Sengun showed last year. It worked for those guys last year, but this year it didn't go together. So the one thing that we should have saw with Sengun was, and I said it even in the Olympics, his processing is too slow. You can't do that with KD. If it was me in the Rockets and I was coaching, and I would say, we got to move Sengun around a little bit, have him pick, and then once he catches the ball, I don't want him holding it. He's really good when he can catch, and he can catch the defense off guard and spin real quick. He's really good at that because he plays off a reactionary. But when he holds it, he's not good enough as a scorer to do that. And so when you load up and it takes time, now he's trying to force a pass that's too late, or he's trying to do something spectacular. He has the ability to do something spectacular at the drop of a dime. He doesn't have that ability when the game slows down. That's not his game. And you can force it, but it's not him. It's not very many guys who can, though. Like, that's why I was always pushing back on the Jokic comparison. It's not very many guys that process the game as fast as Jokic. I don't think it's nobody in the league that does it as fast.
But see, Damo, I don't think that people who actually know basketball was looking at Sengun. I was really concerned. Was looking at Sengun as a Joker archetype. No, I wasn't looking at him like that.
That was his whole comparisons from the start of his career.
One of my main concerns was his ability to play off of Kevin Durant, because he never played with a scorer like that. And in addition to him playing with a scorer like that, the action that they were going to run, because it wasn't just going to be get the ball to KD and get out the way. No, Ime Udoka doesn't run offense like that.
But I think, Chill, this is probably the biggest thing, and maybe this is the easiest way to cut through the nonsense. Sengun is not an offensive hub. I think that's the best way to say it, because to your point, if KD played with an offensive hub, if you play with Embiid, Chill, just imagine what KD with Embiid would do to you offensively. Sengun is not that. And like, I'm even looking at this stuff, and again, respect, I know it's just random nerd stats. Like, the Rockets are a plus 12 in 656 minutes with KD on the floor without Sengun. They're a plus 3 with them together, in part because their defense gets way worse. But their offense, when Sengun doesn't have KD, they're a plus 4.6. Like, that's still good. But I guess for me, Chill, when you watch them play this year, and again, Rockets fans can speak to this even better than I can, they don't have an actual flow and system when Sengun is on the floor with the rest of the team, because he's simply not a good enough scorer, and he's simply not a good enough passer to accentuate the flaws that they have. Amen Thompson should be better with Sengun, because you ostensibly would be like, Amen Thompson and Sengun, you can find ways to put him in the nail, put him in the dunker spot, and then off the gravity you can get dump offs. He just doesn't do that, Chill. And I think that's the frustrating thing for Rockets fans. They expected Sengun to be better. Go ahead, Dom. I know you're having.
I get frustrated. With this. No. I'm hearing y'all getting it off. That's absolutely fine. It's just, again, going back to when Jordan so boldly just said, Amen and Sengun are just trash. I just have a hard time listening to stuff like that and listening to all the complaints when you are just in an unfortunate situation. They lost their point guard, so they have a bunch of players who are not used to playing that role, trying to fulfill that role, and they're not doing well at it. That's fine. These guys just weren't ready. I'm not ready to be. I don't subscribe to the belief of, oh yes, let's call them trash just because they're not ready yet. Because when you look at the rest of the teams that were in the same rebuild phase or doing with, I don't know, trying to do what they did or succeeded at doing what they did. The Pistons, the Thunder the Thunder, the Pistons, who would be another team that fits that? Hell, even the Celtics early on tried to do the Spurs. Yes, they definitely came up too. The Spurs, even the damn Thunder, not the Thunder, the Celtics in the later end of the 2010s tried to pull off what the Rockets are doing now, and they also failed because that's not a good formula. When you have
can I tell you why? Can I tell you why I think Amen is trash?
I got you once I finish.
Okay, go ahead. I'll tell you why I think he's trash.
When you have young guys that need to develop and need to come along slowly or just whenever they're ready, you have to do that. When you try to speed up that process, it really highlights a lot of the negatives that you have with those guys. It doesn't mean they're trash. They're still learning. Sengun's in year 5. That's cool. 3 of those years, he wasn't even playing in an offensive system. He's still learning. He's only spent the last 2 years playing competent NBA offense. He's still learning. Like, this is still a learning thing, even if he's 5 years in. People are saying Amen Thompson is 18. He's 21. That's fine. He came in the game at 19, turning 20, I want to say. Whatever the case is. He didn't come in super young. He's 2 years in the game, 3 years in the game. At this point.
He's in his third year, right?
This is his third year. Yeah, this is his third year. And he's playing a position he was drafted to play, but didn't end up playing his first 2 years because of injury and roster construction. So now he's finally getting a chance to play.
No, because of attributes. No, he didn't end up playing it because he don't have the attributes to play it. That's the bottom line.
I guess. But regardless, he was not playing the position he was drafted to play. I'm seeing people saying I'm making excuses for him. It's not excuses. It's the truth. They aren't ready. When Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown were not ready to be contending players when they had Kyrie Irving. They weren't ready. They traded Kyrie and got Kemba, and Kemba was supposed to be Kyrie light. He was supposed to still carry some scoring load from the point guard position, and they were supposed to come along. It did not work because they weren't ready. It wasn't until they got the mentality of getting star players with them, get that out of here, and they turned into stars when they finally won. And they put pieces around them. When you look at what the Thunder did not go out and just take stars and force their rebuild to be pushed up. No, they waited until guys were ready to compete, and they got guys that helped them compete. Chris Paul.
Hold on.
That was supposed to be a tank year.
You're right.
He overachieved like hell that year.
Yep.
He overachieved, but even then, they brought in Caruso. They brought in Hartenstein.
Everything that he's saying has everything to do with the Rockets. And the reason why, because
the Rockets was on that trajectory. They was on that trajectory.
Mars brought up Sengun being in year.
I was going to respond to Damo. I was going to respond to Damo about them being trash.
Sengun being in year 5. Like, what would Sengun look like in year 5 if he was playing in this offense 5 years? Take them 3 years out that he was with Silas. In 5 years, he's playing this way.
The same way.
Brother, he was better. He was better 2 years ago without.
A team would have stopped trying to run the offense through Sengun by year 3.
That's what I was saying.
Like, because teams have common sense. What Domo's saying is correct, but it doesn't mean I just don't care. Like,
it doesn't apply to the
young players should be allowed to be criticized for the flaws they currently have, and not just be absolved of all flaws because they are young and can work on them. Yes, Sengun can get better, Amen can get better. They're not ready to contend right now. Yeah. I agree. That doesn't mean the flaws can't be pointed out. I can point out the flaws of Alex Sarr in Washington, and that doesn't mean I'm saying his career is over. I've never agreed with the idea that you can't criticize a young player's flaws because they are young. I've never agreed with that sentiment.
No one made that sentiment. Mars, do you think they're trash? Hold on, Mars. Do you think Amen's trash? Do you think Amen's trash?
I disagree with Jordan. I disagree with Jordan that he calls them trash. I think he's being hyperbolic, and that's why I think he's being hyperbolic.
That's my problem.
I don't think he actually thinks Amen is a trash player.
Can I say?
Go ahead and then I'll finish. Go ahead and then I'll finish.
Yeah. So the reason why I'm saying that he's trash is number one. If we look at his skill set, okay, he can jump. He can defend. That's pretty much it. He can't play point guard. Which is why y'all were so excited about, because you got a big point guard that's 6'7", that can jump, that can defend, and you think he can be this two-way guy. Turns out that's a lie. He can't play that. So really, he's a dunker spot type of player. There's not that many guys in the NBA that's 6'7", that has to play in a dunker spot because they can't fucking shoot, can't dribble, and the best thing they do is defend. At 6'7", not a good playmaker. Where are those guys at in the league? Where?
Closest
besides
you get
his
is like
fucking brother.
Aaron Gordon a couple years ago before he.
A couple years ago.
That's the closest you get.
Yeah,
That's the closest you get. Like 20, like 20, like 23, 22. Aaron Gordon.
No.
But Aaron Gordon,
That's the closest you get. You get like 22.
Aaron Gordon, no.
Aaron Gordon,
No. And he's way bigger than I'm in too, by the way.
Yeah, and he's
I never said he. I said the closest you get is Aaron Gordon.
I'm not even talking about him.
He didn't say the closest. But at the same time, where the fuck is the rest of them players? Where they at?
That was literally Derrick Jones Jr. until 25.
It was literally until
Hey, Derrick Jones Jr. is my dude. You that Chicago
my
Bulls,
dude.
Derrick Jones Jr. Matter of fact,
It's
Mars, that's closer.
a rare archetype. It's a rare archetype.
Oh, wait a minute.
Mars, that's closer. Derrick Jones Jr.
comparing
Chicago
Amen
Bulls
Thompson
closer to
to
Amen Thompson.
Derrick Jones Jr. Is that what we doing? Is that who he is?
Chicago Bulls, the four when he played the four.
Derrick Jones might be closer. Derrick Jones might be closer.
That's
but he learned how to shoot.
Look at us. Look at Mars now.
Do you know when he learned how to
Where-
shoot, though? Do you want to know? He came in the league at 19. Do you want to know when he learned how to shoot? When he was 27.
When they got him out the fucking
8 years later.
When they cut him
8 years.
When he was 27 is when he
When
learned how
they
to shoot.
cut him a few times.
When he was 27.
You know why they cut him? Because he was trash.
That's not what you
No, they
asked
didn't
me.
cut him. No, that's
You
not
said
what they cut him.
I asked you, do you want to know how long it took him to shoot? You said, and he learned how to shoot. You didn't think how long it took him to learn how to shoot. It took him a
Did he
while.
learn how to shoot while he was in the NBA, or did they cut him?
It was while he was in the NBA.
No, it wasn't. They cut him.
Okay, they cut him.
It was when he was
Because he was
They
trash.
cut him and he went to another NBA team. What year was he not in the NBA?
What the fuck are y'all talking about?
Yeah.
What year was he not in the NBA?
Yeah, he was in the league for 8
In his career,
years.
what year was he not in the NBA?
Yes.
Did he not get cut by the Suns?
And where did he go after that? Where did he go after that?
I want to say he played a little bit in the G League.
Well, who are you talking about?
He played in Miami.
So his rookie.
I didn't do an LV. Derrick Jones Jr. got cut by the Suns. I
Okay,
think he got his get
he
back
did.
when he
He
got in
did.
the dunk contest.
No,
I think that's when they started bringing more.
No, he got his get back. He got his get back with a low rent contract that he got with the he went to
after
Bulls.
the dunk contest.
Well, he went to the Bulls and then he got traded. Where did he go right after the Bulls? Could he? Then
was
he went
actually good.
Mavericks. He went to the Mavericks.
The Mavericks, wasn't it?
A
Yeah,
$1.5 million deal. And then he got a $10 million deal the next year.
was
Yeah,
actually
that's
good.
what happened.
Because of what, Swiper? Though he learned how to shoot.
Nah, he didn't learn how to shoot. He learned how to catch lobs from
He
Luka.
learned
He
how to
played
play
great
basketball,
defense.
But even
He also got
he-
put in. He also got put in probably the best situation for him. Like,
Yeah, he was flying through there
Yeah.
the whole
But
year.
even
But
still,
like,
but even still,
he's a role player. Like he's a
role player. That's what I was just about to say. That's not even a
He was in
meme.
the G League for a while, son.
So that's not even
Man.
Amen Thompson. Amen
I didn't
Thompson
say
is not
for
even
a while. Who said for a
No,
while?
I'm talking about the chat. Someone in
I
the chat
think
said
Amen
for a while.
Thompson is good. I think Amen Thompson
Somebody
is
in chat said for a while.
despite all the flaws. I think Amen Thompson is impactful. He's definitely not a point guard, but like the moment Fred went down, I know I'm pretty sure Jordan was on the same side. Like the championship contention thing was done the moment Fred went down. They didn't have a point guard on the roster. Like I was done.
Very fair.
I was done with the contention thing that point because I knew Amen wasn't a point guard. I knew Rori Harmon wasn't a point guard. That's not my issue with them in terms of they're not helping the team win because they can't be a point guard. My issues with them is that, especially Rori Harmon, how you a 6'2" guard without point guard skills? I don't know. Amen Thompson, cool. You was drafted as a point guard. You're not a point guard now. Whatever, cool. You don't have that skill set. Is what it is. I'm on the side. I disagree with Jordan calling Amen trash. I don't think Amen is trash. But I also think the idea, and I'm not saying Doma was doing that in his soliloquy, but the general scope of things is if a young player has flaws and you point them out, they get brushed to the side because they're young and they can figure it out. And then you end up having 3 years go by, the flaws haven't been figured out, and then everyone starts piling on that player because, oh, look, they're 24 and they can't do this. And like, they couldn't do that at 21. And the moment anyone said something about it, you wrote them off as if they were just hating. And now you're saying the same thing 3 years later. A player can have flaws at 19 and they can be called out fairly. Like that's my whole
With that
thing.
being said, though,
it's not a referendum on someone's career when you say someone's not good at something or they're not good right now. That doesn't mean they're never going to figure it out. But that also doesn't mean that they're now absolved of that evaluation.
No, they're not. No, and that part I do understand. But when you get a guy like Kevin Durant on your team, and
it gets
it's
a bigger
win,
spotlight on you.
Yes,
sure.
and it's a win now situation. What it does is it makes this younger player look like he's completely and utterly incompetent. Okay, well, no, I'm not. I'm actually good. It's just that what happens is the timeline got pushed up on my development, and everything that I'm not good at gets now spotlighted. So now I got to get pushed into the role of being a point guard, which I actually thought that he was going to be good. Turns out, no, that's not the way that works. I actually thought that he was going to be good as a ball handler. He does need to slow himself down, which comes with time. To your point, Mars, if I'm learning how to do something, yes, you can point out that this guy he's in his developmental stage. Yes, I absolutely. But what I don't want to do is I don't want to just throw him away. I don't want to just get rid of him.
I don't think we should.
I wouldn't trade. I
don't think Amen should be out the league.
Unless the Giannis stuff became.
You think he's trash, Jordan?
I would trade. That's who I would trade. Like guys,
you
like
think he's
for.
garbage?
Alperen Şengün. I'm done with Alperen Şengün in Houston. But
yeah,
like,
but when I say trash, I don't think he deserves to be cut.
For a star, I would move off Şengün for sure. For a star,
yeah, but see, Mars, that's my problem. Like I haven't spoke this whole time. I understand you guys have your problem with the players, Jordan, you, and all of that good stuff. The Rockets dropped the ball. You literally had a trade deadline. You guys could have got Kobe White. You could have.
They said they wasn't.
You guys could have went. They said what?
I agree.
They said
I
they
agree.
wasn't.
They
said they wasn't going to make a move at the deadline, which was confusing to me.
I disagree. I disagree with that too.
To me.
That's why I said it's more than just the players. Even I think everyone is culpable in some capacity. The injuries to Steven Adams and Fred VanVleet, huge. Amen Thompson not being able to play the point guard position, but he's now their full-time point guard. Reed Shepard not being able to play the point guard position, but now he's their backup point guard. Kevin Durant's ball handling issues. Alperen Şengün, we spoke about. Jabari Smith's flaws. Tari Eason being still unable to play back-to-backs and still being an injury risk. That's a problem. Raphael Stone deciding that he doesn't want to make a move this year. He said maybe this isn't our year. That's a crazy statement, I think, to hear from a GM of a team that was definitely meant to be in contention this year. That's what he said. Ime Udoka, I think, is a very stubborn coach and has certain players. He only trusts certain players who do certain things, and when they don't do those things, the leash is short, and then he struggles to build a competent offense. Like, I have problems with Ime Udoka as well. Everyone is culpable in this. It's not just the players we're talking about. But the reason Alperen Şengün is the big spot mark for me is last year he was an all-star. Last year, you guys argued passionately he should have been an all-star. I was vehemently against that last year. I was vehemently against Alperen Şengün being an all-star last year because I don't think he was an all-star caliber player. And he was better last year than he is this year. This year, he's gotten worse. Now, I know a lot of people are saying it's the ankle stuff, and I'm on the side of if his ankle is that bad to the point where he's now just a detriment on defense, sit down. Yeah. Like that, you're not like he's not helping at this point. So if Alperen Şengün is getting worse or at least stagnating and he hasn't improved from year to year, that's a problem. If Amen Thompson isn't improving in the areas in which you need him to improve to get to his ceiling, Amen Thompson could be a role player for years to come because of his athleticism, because of his defense, and because of his ability to get out in transition. At the end of the day, after Amen's rookie year, how many of you projected he was just going to be a role player?
Nobody.
Definitely not me.
So the fact that we're now in year 3 and he's 20, he just turned 23, and now it's like, okay, maybe he's not a star. And I'm not saying that's a problem. Not everyone's destined to be a star, but that level of stagnation hurts a team when it comes to developing. They've already traded Jalen Green. That was a number 2 pick. Jabari Smith, we pretty much know what Jabari is at this point. That's a number 3 pick. Amen Thompson, now it looks like his destiny is role player for a lot of people. Number 4 pick. Reed Shepard, number 3 pick. Like, that's 4 top 3 picks. And dare I say, you ain't get one, like, great outcome
you should
from
hit
4 top 4 picks?
And to that
Mars,
point,
you can't say that this soon, though. Like, these are all good young players.
Got 4 guys. Which is
why I'm saying, like, you guys have, Damo, these guys have value. They have value. It might not be great. They might not have value of other, top 5 picks and whatnot, but for a package of Amen Thompson, Alperen Şengün, Reed Shepard,
I would have traded
Tari Eason, and the picks that they have, all of that. I'm not saying you put all that together, but I'm saying they could take some of that. Bro, they could have went and got Giannis. Like they legitimately could have went and got Giannis if they wanted to.
But I said that,
and I would have traded Şengün to get Giannis. I would have done that.
Yeah, but also to clarify one of my points when I talk about Amen Thompson being trash. When I say trash, I'm not saying he shouldn't be in the NBA. I'm saying as right now for his skill set, I think it's trash. I think that he should develop on, like, if he was on another team, if he was in another area, that would be fine because he's young enough to stay in the league. You want to give young guys some chances to develop. But the trajectory of him developing kind of looks like, and I said this a while back, Ben Simmons. It kind of looks like that. Y'all going to hope and hope and hope and hope. and the shit just doesn't happen.
Ben's better than Amen was.
And Ben was better. That's what I was saying. And I said Ben was better back then. And I'm saying that's the trajectory of it. So what happens to those type of players? They end up fizzling out the league. Now, if he do end up becoming this role player, or star, but let's just talk about role play. If he does become this role player, he would have to simmer down in a role like a Derrick Jones Jr. But the thing about Derrick Jones Jr. is he fits a role perfectly. I don't know why y'all shake y'all head when it comes to Derrick Jones Jr. Like he don't contribute.
I'm not shaking my head at Derrick Jones Jr. I'm shaking my head at
why y'all scoff.
Okay.
But people scoff when we say that about a man, like the shit he doing ain't forced. Of course he's supposed to put up a couple points. You put the fucking ball in his hands.
A couple. He's averaging almost 20 a game.
Why I'm scoffing.
Jordan,
Put the ball in it. Yeah, but the fucking Rockets offense suck. It looks bad. Y'all don't say that shit for Cam Thomas though. You don't say for
because the reason why we don't say that for Cam Thomas is because
get him, Jordan. That's 100% true. That's 100%.
The reason why we don't say it for Cam Thomas is because it's
you're speaking of.
Not you, Damo. Not you, Damo.
We gotta listen.
Not you. I'm
up
here.
Names on takes. Please don't.
No, because chill. You did say because the issue is that I do have with that about Amen Thompson. Amen Thompson's not a good scorer, Joe. Like I'm not trying to, and I don't know how else to say this. And again, real talk, you're a Houston Rockets fan as well as Jordan. This is not a chill. This is not a diss to Amen Thompson, but using points per game as a barometer for a men's scoring ability. He has to score those points though. Like he has to because they don't have other people. But he's not good at it. But I'm saying, chill. 2 of their 3 leading scorers. They're not. Hold on. Time out. Chill. Just to make a point here. 2 of their 3 leading scorers are objectively not good, not great scorers. And when you're trying to build an offense around KD to where it's not just KD save us, that's a problem. Because that puts them at a disadvantage offensively, and that goes back to the offensive.
But the bigger problem is sengun offensively than Amen Thompson.
No. I hear you. But this is just about like trying to understand like all of this. I broke that down earlier. I think sengun is the bigger issue, but I also think you saying that he's averaging almost 20 and still being as inefficient as he is, given his body type. That speaks to further issues with the roster. Again, it starts with sengun for me offensively. And then it starts with Ime Udoka's unwillingness to move. I think Raphael Stone made some crazy comment. That was insane to hear. I just think that those players that they were hoping would take steps this year haven't. And in particular, sengun has regressed from last year. And I think that's a big issue. So I think KD's doing everything he can to help his team chill. But for you, I think you sometimes, and I'm saying this like lovingly, you will look at like Amen and look at his body type, its archetype. He's averaging almost 20, but he's still not helping. He's still really not helping the team be better.
It's a bad 20, but that's really what it is.
Amen Thompson shoots sub 50% on layups.
It's a bad 20, and he shoot fucking horrible from 3.
Did he do that last year?
20.
Last year, Amen Thompson, when he was in the dunker spot, is that what you're asking? When he was being used correctly? Last year, Amen Thompson was 52% on layups.
And by the way, and just to make this point to you, this year, Amen in the mid-range area that's outside, so restricted area to mid-range, 41% in the floater area. He's shooting 27% from mid-range. He's shooting 21% from corner 3 on the left side, 20% from 3 on the right side, and 20% from 3 from above the break. He's shooting below league average everywhere except in the restricted area. Everywhere.
But we're gonna talk about his 20 points a game as if he a fucking scorer. Like it's a bad 20. It's a high score when you see it. Like when you watch the games, it's no way you see Amen Thompson score and be like, "Damn, that look good." Like that look good.
So when I see him in transition, go by guys and dunk on guys, that doesn't look good.
So when the game isn't always transition though. Well, that's why
playing in one of the fastest errors in NBA history, Jordan. What are you talking about?
When I hear you talk
that's
about
because half-court possessions are faster, not because there's just way more transition possessions.
That's not. Wait. Just because the game is sped up.
But also, we're talking about being able to contribute at the highest level. We know the game becomes a half-court game.
Yes, it does. 100%.
If Amen Thompson can't score in the half-court, I'm gonna be honest. I don't give a fuck about them four transition possessions. I don't care.
Absolutely.
Go score 8 points a game in transition. If you can only score 4 in the half-court, what's that do for me? What's that do for me?
Okay, it doesn't.
The guy can't score in the half court. Like I
got fucking beat by 20, and we talking about transition. Like the fuck we give a fuck about?
Yeah, but they got beat by 20. I don't know. Sengun has been awful lately. I think we all can agree on that. Sengun has been bad. Yes. I'm getting to a point to where I think we all have identified the same problems. I think we rank them differently, right? When I said that, I'm starting to see what Ox and Ron are talking about. is when Jordan gets on here and is like, "Oh yeah, Amen's trash. Let's trade him." And I'm not even saying it's just Jordan.
He said trading for Jordan Poole. I disagree.
This is what I'm saying though. It's like, and there are other people with Jordan's sentiment, but my point is like, damn, just like 9 months ago, that would have been a ridiculous take to say, let's get a man off the Rockets.
I wasn't saying Jordan Poole though, but I was saying
I still disagree with it 9 months ago today. I wouldn't trade Amen Thompson, not unless it was like Giannis. Like I wouldn't trade Amen Thompson because I still think Amen Thompson, you have one of the best wing defenders in the NBA, one of the best athletes in the league, who I think in the right context can be viable offensively, not in the ways that become a star, but he can be like the star.
He's going to be a really good role player. That's
like
what
he can be like he's not going to be OG Anunoby because he's not going to shoot the ball like OG. But like you know how like OG Anunoby's
y'all going to be yelling at his ass.
You know how like Derek White's an all-star role player. Jalen Suggs, all-star role player.
Yeah.
Like that's why I view Amen Thompson as what he can be. I think he can be an all-star role player. Alperen Sengun, I'm sorry. I've never seen the vision of Alperen Sengun.
If he's put in the right, if he's used correctly, if he's not played in a position,
y'all banking on him being a 6'7" dunker spot guy.
Being magic.
We've seen it before.
From where?
The guy that you love to compare him to.
Who? Ben Simmons?
Derrick Jones Jr.
For $10 million a year?
I'm gonna be honest. If you have someone who can get out in transition, bring the ball up in transition, get offensive rebounds and defensive rebounds, play the dunker spot in the half court, but can also make some decent passing reads. Although they
short
can't
roll
shoot,
situation.
in the short roll, as long like now the roster construction, you're gonna need a stretch big. You can't have this post up big who just eats up possessions, but you get a stretch big around a guy like Amen Thompson. You also have a rim,
but you don't build teams around role players.
Yeah, but I'm not building a team around Amen Thompson. I'm building a team around whatever I have and saying also with Amen Thompson, a stretch big makes more sense than Sengun. That's I agree. Building a team around Amen. But at this point, like either Houston are building a team around Kevin Durant or they're building a team around offensive rebounds. I don't know what they're doing.
I don't know what they're doing.
They're trying to build a team around offensive rebounds.
I'm saying if we diminish Amen to a role player, then
which is what he is.
No, I mean, but right now he's not in that role. He's not a role player.
Some people are projecting all-star for him this year.
Yeah, exactly. So what I'm saying is, if we diminish his role to a role player, but I'm saying if we diminish Amen to a role player, right? Usually, what happens when role player, when you're thinking about a team, you don't. And I'm not saying Mars was doing this. You don't. You kind of use role players to plug and play. You don't necessarily have archetypes for a role player, like we need this guy for this role play. That's not usually how that works. You usually build those guys around the stars. So that's why I'm saying when y'all are talking about if we put
Houston
Amen Thompson
only have one star, to be fair.
Yeah, right. But I'm out on Sengun too. I would trade him for another star. And then that's why I'm saying it's kind of hard to just plug and play Amen. You damn near got to do something special for him to look good because he cannot shoot the jump.
He needs to be playing in space and next to an elite playmaker. That's what he needs. He needs to be playing in space and next to an elite playmaker. The Rockets don't have.
Amen would look better if he wasn't on the worst space roster in the NBA.
Yeah,
but to be fair, I was making the same argument for Jalen Green last year, and he got run out the city. So,
but Jalen Green can do one thing. Though. Jalen Green can at least shoot. What I'm saying with role players, if your ass can't shoot, they're gonna be fucking talking about you with goddamn Vando. That's exactly what's gonna happen.
What else?
I agree.
That's why y'all hate Vando.
Don't hate on Jalen.
That's not why we hated Vando. That's not why we hated Vando.
He can't fucking shoot. Vando can't shoot.
Hey, I agree with Jordan.
Yeah, but then why is JJ sticking him in the corner? A lot of this.
I don't know. I don't know. It's stupid though. It's stupid. Because every time you get a role player like Amen Thompson or Vando, a defense is not going to accept what you want to do. They're going to make you do some shit. They're not going to accept, the Rockets want to put him in space. Who gives a fuck what the Rockets want to do? I'm going to camp this bitch out and say, Amen going to have to hit that shot. And if he don't, we going to beat y'all ass.
Like to Mars or somebody's point, if Amen Thompson was setting a screen for, let's say, and of course, this is optimal situation, and I'm bringing this up because y'all brought up Derrick Jones Jr. If he's setting a screen for Luka Doncic, and then Luka gets blitzed, and now Amen gets to play with the Draymond role. Oh my God, look how good he is.
Everybody always
On
think they
three.
can play Draymond role.
On three.
Play Draymond
I think
role
he was
yet,
better in that
though. Not one.
situation. I think he would.
Amen's not that good of a screener, though. To be fair, but he's done. He's done.
I mean,
some
you don't
of
have
it.
to screen. It's
But this
just
is
more
it. I just don't
about
think
you.
Amen. I just don't think Amen and Sengun work. Sengun can't shoot. Amen can't shoot. Sengun's not that good of a screener. Amen's not that good of a screener. So either they're both involved in the action because you have to try make them a threat on the court. But now they're guarding Amen with a big. They're putting smalls on Sengun. Sengun still can't punish mismatches. Like it's clunky. Like that's
what exactly is he doing on the floor then?
He saw him.
I'm listening to you dudes. What is he doing out here? Why is he on the floor?
He playing around.
Why
Because I'm listening to just so y'all know he's second in the league in minutes.
They don't have nothing
There's
else.
only one other dude in the league who played more minutes than him. So
What does that got to do with this conversation about not playing well?
Okay, what it has to do with it?
He has to play.
Why does he have to play?
Why
Who they gonna put in front? Who are they gonna replace him with?
Because
Who-
everything
you talking about Amen?
everything that you just said, everything that you just said
Again?
says to me that he
Always,
should be playing this
bro.
much,
Always.
if not at all.
Brother, do you know who Ime Udoka is?
No, I don't.
No, I'm trolling,
No, I
but like
don't.
Ime is a real talk. Well, I don't know because I know you're a Lakers fan, and so it's hard to watch all the games for both.
He a
of them all the
halfway
time
Rocket
and,
fan.
and be. I know he is, but if you listen to Rockets fans, chill. That's a part of the issue. Ime is stuck in the mud. He will not change. He's not changing his rotation. But on the other end, they have to have Amen in the game because I'm not gonna lie to you, chill. They don't have a lot of great defenders this year. They really don't. It's KD and it's Amen, and then hey, give us your best Torrey Eason, give us your best DFS, give us your best when you have these players on the floor. They rely so much on KD, and they can't play. And by the way, chill. I mean Tar, but he's not
hurt though.
Come on,
Real
yeah,
talk,
come on.
He's always hurt, but he's a
No,
good defender.
that's cool. Tar's cool. I'm not trying to disrespect, whatever.
Yeah,
But I'm saying that chill.
Facts.
KD can't play 80 minutes a game. He's 37.
Well, they both
He has to take him off the floor. So the only other way for him to advantage create is by having Amen on the floor using his athleticism. But I think that's the issue. They're limited.
So
They are very limited.
He can't score. He can't dribble.
No, he can.
score,
He's just not a good scorer.
He can't shoot.
He cannot shoot.
He can't shoot. He can't dribble. He can't.
He can
score.
dribble, just
He
not
can't
well.
Process. He can't process the defense.
No, he can, just not
no,
well.
did nobody say he couldn't process the defense? Did nobody say that?
He can't. You said you can't say me nothing, Jordan. You said he trash.
That's
what
facts,
you
Jordan.
said.
You cooked yourself. You cooked yourself.
can't say shit to me about him.
That
You said
motherfucker
he's
Ben
trash.
Simmons.
So,
Hey, Ben
right, so-
Simmons. But Ben
okay.
Simmons was better.
Well, Ben Simmons was on this team. They would be
Ben
elite.
Simmons was like that.
So-
Ben Simmons was better.
So he can't
And y'all
score.
say he was
All NBA
trash.
player,
Why can't
obviously.
fucking a man be trash because he's 23?
I think you said he was trash.
Who? No,
Like a
no. A
year.
lot of motherfuckers say Ben Simmons was trash.
Yeah.
I said that.
Chill.
So let me
Chill.
ask
Chill,
y'all.
because
Let me ask this question and see. This is what's so now it's what, Jordan, to trade the young players that everybody was hype on to what, get some better players back to play alongside.
To make it
Kevin
make sense,
Durant?
real talk. To make it make sense, real talk. This is why I'm saying this, because I understood when the Rockets traded Jalen Green, Dylan Brooks, and all of them. It was you were getting out of development stage, which I understand. You're in the business of trying to compete for championships and win championships, especially in the city of Houston. You know how our fans are fickle. If your ass ain't winning, they ain't supporting. So you make those moves. Nobody want as good as Chill want to make it sound as far as the developmental stage. That's not good for fans. Fans don't give a fuck about no development stage.
Yes, they 100% do. 100% they do. Especially
Every
if you build
time
something
the
and they see the
Astros-
development. So that's
Chill,
bullshit.
chill,
That is
stop,
so
chill,
not
stop.
true. I've
Every
seen
time
it.
the
I've seen it with the New York Yankees.
You don't
I've
listen
seen it with the
to
New
you,
York
so you
Knicks.
don't know.
I've seen it
Every
with the
time the
Oklahoma
Astros
City
is
Thunder.
trash,
They give a fuck about. They 100% care
And they
about
had
development
championship
if they
champions
see it. If they
time
get,
to
if you're showing them a plan
it's
and you're
$3.
doing something, don't tell me that fans don't care about
fans
development.
here barely show up to
100%
the
care
fucking
about it.
Rockets games. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? They show up with other people's jerseys on. You don't know nothing about what's going on in Houston.
That's
I'm
not
trying to tell you,
That's
every
true.
time the Houston teams aren't competing for championships, they drastically lose support. The Astros are a winning organization. Them motherfuckers lose, the tickets go down, the stadium's clear. The motherfucking Texans suck, the stadium's clear. The Rockets be good. The motherfuckers went to the playoffs 8 straight years with James Harden. They fucking show up every year in the playoffs with fucking Golden State jerseys on, Chill. So they don't give a fuck
Everybody
about
was
no
doing
damn-
that with Golden State. They
No,
were
Nah,
doing that shit
yeah,
with
Jordan, hey,
Oklahoma City.
people
literally
love the James Harden
They were doing that
Rockets.
shit.
It
They
was
was
love
doing
for the
that shit.
James Harden
But
Rockets.
they literally love
Nuh-uh.
the Rockets. The Houston fans love championships. They don't give a fuck about no development stage. They will abandon that shit. Even if they getting close, they still don't care. So that's why I'm saying, back to my point with real talk about what I expect the Rockets to do. I don't want the Rockets to be stuck. You went and got a great player. You had to do that because nobody wants the Houston Rockets to keep missing the playoffs or to keep getting bounced in the first round. So they got a Kevin Durant to bring interest to this team. So what I'm saying is we don't have that many years of Kevin Durant left. We don't. We just don't have that many years of Kevin Durant left. So what I'm saying is before Kevin Durant leaves and we end up shutting this shit down, let's at least try to get some contending pieces that make sense. Maybe it's not the popular opinion to trade Alperen Sengun because of the hype he got, of course. But this roster makes no sense.
I guess
Kevin
this is
Durant.
really the question I want to ask you, Jordan. You think Kevin Durant is still a good enough player to be your best player on the championship team?
I don't think he can carry a team, but I think he can be the best player if you have competent players around him that pull their weight and that don't have very many weaknesses as far as like outside shooting. There's no possible way you think Kevin Durant can do to LeBron. Not very many people can do LeBron and James Harden, where you got very little outside shooting, you can make it work. It's not a lot of people that can do that. So when you got that with this roster, it's almost you're failing him. Like that's not his game. His game isn't to put the backpack on and the assist and the facilitate. That's not what he do. So that's why I was saying what I'm saying.
But isn't that a characteristic? Isn't that a characteristic of all the elite talent now in the league? Doesn't Jokic hub an offense? Doesn't Embiid hub an offense? Luka.
I don't have.
These are all the best players in the league.
I don't have KD this year up there like a Luka and Jokic. Like we can't even expect him to do that though. Like to expect KD to do that would be nonsense. I'm just calling KD for what he is. KD's a great player, bro. But I'm not expecting him to shoulder a team. We don't even expect that from James Harden anymore either. So it's like what I'm saying is, can you just at least get some pieces that make sense? So if they double Kevin Durant, he don't have to pass to a brick all night. Or if they double Kevin Durant, he don't got to pass it to a turnover. Because it's a what? That's just a turnover. So can we at least do that? That's all I'm saying. That's why I've been out when I said what I said. I've been on this train since like the 10th game of the season. I seen the way this shit was gonna go. I seen the way this offense was gonna go to shit. I seen it. I've been saying it, and that's exactly why I'm doing that. That's the only reason why. It's not about. I do think a man can develop. He can possibly, but if he don't get a jump shot, his ass gonna be trash. That's just the bottom line.
Hold on. Hey, Drago, real quick, and then I'm gonna let you go because people in the chat talking about, oh my God, he's 50, 40, 90. This is what y'all are clearly not understanding about 2026 basketball, right? It used to be a point to where, oh man, we can just ask our best player to do this one specific thing. Oh, just score, play defense. That's good. But as you look around the league, most of the best players are no longer that. They're just not. Anthony Edwards is an exception to a rule. But I think Anthony Edwards right now is better than Kevin Durant, mainly because I think he can actually handle some on-ball responsibility better than Kevin Durant right now, in my opinion. Who else? Wemby isn't that, but Wemby is arguably the greatest defensive talent that we've ever seen, and Kevin Durant obviously isn't that either. Like the point to where we're just pointing to efficient, got it. But the league is now more efficient. Like that can't be your only calling card to being the best player on the championship team. I'm sorry.
We got to stop.
I mean, he can be the best player.
Hold on, Jordan. Drago, what's your statement, Drago?
Oh, I just wanted to say I agree with Jordan, like everything Jordan said so far. But I will also want to say to like Mars who don't want to trade Amen, because there is this, I think a lot of people will agree, there's a lot of people that overrate Amen to an absurd degree.
Oh, I've been saying that since we did that top 100 list. You guys put him in the top 40.
Exactly.
Top 40 is crazy.
It feel like
Thompson 97.
ESPN saying he was the 6th best young player under 25 or something. But okay, maybe no GMs think like this. I would venture to guess at least some of them also overrate Amen, because it's probably not just us or ESPN that does this, is probably general in a sense. It seems very logical that if he's right now super overrated, we should try to trade him, and before they realize how overrated
before the
really
league realized it too, Drago.
exactly.
Before the
Like
league
right now,
realized.
we could maybe get like right now people are viewing him as this next tier down from the elite young prospects. Maybe we could go get a Denny Avdia who's on a great contract.
Now, I ain't trading Denny for a man, but I will say this though, Drago. You're right to a point. Think about how they view Ja Morant. Like, think about how the league views Ja Morant, and you don't think they're gonna get that way on the men? That's the point when I be
Things
talking.
do change fast, yeah.
Yes,
Things
and
it
when I be
seems
saying
to
that,
be
they
a very
still act like that's not a thing with Ja Morant. Like motherfuckers are saying Ja Morant has regressed,
Drench, I
and he's
think
way better than Amen Thompson.
The problem that I'm
Way
having,
better.
the problem that I'm having is, to Mars's point, the culpability. So last year, when you guys shot to the second seed in the Western Conference, what was your biggest issue? Your biggest issue was your ability to score. One guy, like, who can we go to for buckets? Okay, so now we bring Kevin Durant in, and what they're also banking on, they're banking on Amen. They're banking on Sengun. After seeing them in the playoffs, after having them this season that they had last year, they're banking on these guys improving and then adding Kevin Durant to this roster. Even though you saw what these dudes look like. You know what Amen Thompson's flaws are. You know what Sengun's flaws are. You know that Ime Udoka, the type of coach that he is, how he's going to implement these guys in this offense. And to add Kevin Durant, which is the only issue that you think it is, the only issue that you think is to add Kevin Durant and bank on these other guys, plus losing Fred VanVleet, which Mars was ready to cut him last year, by the way. I don't know if y'all remember that, but Mars was so out on
yeah, but
Fred
Mars
VanVleet.
also said that he kept us from not turning the ball over. So
yes, he did. But and then he was also out on him too. So let's not forget that point. The point that I'm making is the culpability is not just with Amen Thompson. It's not just with Sengun. These are young guys, no question about that. And with them being young guys, and a guy like Sengun who's actually playing in a competent offense, it's going to take some time. But I can't have that. I don't have that kind of time when we add in Kevin Durant, when we add in Ime Udoka, who's both of these guys are championship level coaches and players. We have to get this done right now. And to your point, Mars, yes, the flaws are going to get outlined and they're going to get magnified. And we have to criticize these dudes. But I do think that some of it, I don't think all of it, I think that some of it is unfair off the strength of what they saw and putting these guys in a space.
But I think when they traded Jalen Green for Kevin Durant, like I was saying last year, that
a better player,
that they saw the drop off of scoring, and they felt like they could just plug Kevin Durant in the scoring part. That's what I kept saying. It changed when Fred VanVleet got hurt. It changed. They weren't thinking about.
I also think that it also changed because Dylan Brooks is going as well. I really think if Dylan Brooks was there and not a Jabari Smith Jr., I think the Rockets would benefit from that as well.
I hate the fact
but
if you kept a better player, you'd be a better team.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes.
Yeah, but I also think at the same time with Dylan Brooks teams
and Rockets fans.
Teams
oh no, they're not going to enjoy this. You just hate on that
teams always overthink Dylan Brooks.
They should have never made that trade.
Overthought it too. They did the same thing. Like the Memphis Grit, like team for players like Dylan Brooks, even Trevor Ariza. The Rockets did it with Trevor Ariza. Trevor Ariza went 0 for 12, which I fucking hated it, by the way. He went 0 for 12. But the next year, they felt like we didn't need Trevor Ariza and Chris Paul. And I remember arguing the same thing. Like y'all thought y'all could put Carmelo Anthony in a catch and shoot role like Trevor Ariza, and that was just dumb. People overthink role players like that. Like Dylan Brooks, the Grizzlies did the same shit, and now you paying for it. That's what I'm saying. It was fine, but you had to get Kevin Durant. So you thinking, oh, Jalen Green would have some bad drops in the playoffs. Kevin Durant won't have those drops. So that's what you were thinking. And we got Fred. But you didn't think, what if Fred got hurt? Nobody, obviously, you don't go into a season thinking, what if somebody get hurt? But that's the problem with the Rockets. And I think Jabari plays better if Fred is playing too, by the way. I'm not saying Jabari get a pass or excuse, but he's one of those players that does benefit from a ball handler and shit like that. When you got him in these dumbass roles and you expect him to go ISO and shit like that, that's not Jabari. Yeah.
I mean, the formula for the Rockets was going to be, okay, we have replaced Kevin Durant, for Jalen Green. We have Fred VanVleet. We still have Steven Adams. It was basically to win an ugly brand of basketball with a form of efficiency and accuracy coming from Kevin Durant. That's all it was really supposed to be. But the reason why I keep coming back to Kevin Durant is because now I'm questioning, okay, good, like these S tier upper echelon stars to a certain degree, in my opinion, should be good enough to overcompensate or mask some of your team deficiencies. Like, and to me, I don't
to
think
be fair, they're 31-19 with the fifth.
Oh yeah, but yeah, I'm saying as of late though. I'm saying as of late, but that is fair. But I also think that was coming with like Steven Adams was playing for a lot of those games and stuff like that. But I just don't see. I think Kevin Durant.
Yeah, that ain't been that good.
I think Kevin Durant needs so much stuff in position for him to win, to where I'm like, is it worth blowing up a young core to say like, hey, let's try to win with Kevin Durant right now? When I'm questioning, even if we do that, is Kevin Durant still a good enough player to outperform SGA in a Western Conference Final? I don't
KD's good enough for it. It's just the fact that like you said,
the roster's not good enough.
That's a part of it. It happens, like that shit happens. But if y'all, because I seen the chat and I heard y'all say a couple things. Have y'all seen the Western Conference standings right now, 3 through 7?
It looked the same, yeah.
I'm pretty sure Houston are like right there with Denver. They're like 2 games back in the win column, I think.
Yeah, they're also right there. They're
also right there with
the Suns. The Suns are like 2 games back in the loss column.
3 to 7.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? 3 and 7 is separated by 2 games. Between 3 and 7 is separated by 2 games. You can go from hosting a playoff series to being in the play-in tournament.
So it's like who's trending up and who's trending down right now.
Yeah.
The Rockets trending down.
Obviously, Denver trending down, especially now with the injuries.
Them not getting a fucking point guard was just
the Suns still can't get healthy. Grayson Allen just went down yesterday. Like, it's a lot's going on in the West, but like Houston is still a good team. We're talking about them in the championship light, which is why we're harping on all these flaws. Like, at the end of the day, statistically, I don't know how I know how they're statistically a top 5 offense. It's offensive rebounds. But like we can all watch with the games of our eyes. That's not no top 5 offense in the NBA. We can all see that. But like they're still a good team. They're still gonna win a lot of games. They're still gonna be in the mix in the West. They're gonna be a tough team to beat in the playoffs because of how hard it is to blow them out historically. Now the last few games since they put bigs on the men, the offense has just really died out. But like they're gonna be a tough team to beat. So like that's not really the problem. But the problem, like, once again, as I keep saying, it's not just an Amen problem. It's not just a Sengun problem. It's not just the Kevin Durant problem. It's there's problems from top to bottom, from injuries to coaching to the GM to Kevin Durant to Sengun to Amen to Jabari to Tari to injury. Like, there's so many things that all contribute into the lack of success, which is funny because they're once again to the 5th seed. But there's a lot of things that go into it. It's not just blame this one person or change this one person. Everything is fixed. There's a lot of problems. And I think everyone's choosing different things to harp on because everyone has a different hierarchy of what's the biggest problem. But all of them are valid concerns to have that should be all pointed out. It's just not one or the other.
And to be fair too, like when you see a guard like Dennis Schroeder become made available and the Rockets don't like try to hop on that, Dennis Schroeder make this team fucking way better. Like way better. But I also don't think Raphael Stone likes Dennis Schroeder. I remember they traded for Dennis Schroeder, I want to say 2 years ago, and he didn't play a game. They got rid of his ass. Like so I think sometimes sometimes when guys like that are being made available and you make a statement like we're not making a move at the deadline, something fucking wrong with you. Like you GM in the wrong way. Like you GM in the wrong way. Oh, he's not my type of guy. Who gives a fuck if he's not your type of guy or not? He fits this team perfectly for what we missing. And we didn't make no move. The Cavs made Lonzo Ball available. Why didn't we try to do that? Even though Mark, he been a terrorist this year, for sure. He been shooting them Led Zeppelin tour dates, for sure. Sold out shows, all that. But what I'm saying is this. He better than what the fuck we got at point guard. He can defend. He can bring the ball up. He can make plays. We got, bro, I don't know. I made a video probably like a month ago. We got fucking Tari Eason initiating. And he looked like a middle school kid dribbling the fucking ball up the court. He fighting all pressure with his life. He looked like he just trying to survive. You know when somebody can't dribble in like high school and shit, you put all that pressure on them, they spend 99% of the time trying to get the motherfucker off of them. That's look like Tari and Sengun when they bringing the ball up. And Kevin Durant too, by the way. Like, what are we doing?
Jordan, they can get those caliber guys in the buyout market, I'd assume. If
man, shit, ain't nobody signing with the Rockets.
Nobody's in the buyout market. No point guard.
We'll see
Utah's going to buy out. I don't think Lonzo's playing for Utah.
Shit, he ain't signing with us. Lonzo going to LA.
It would be amazing. It would be amazing if Lonzo leave Cleveland and start shooting like 38 from 3.
He gonna go back to the Lakers. Lonzo going to the Lakers. Watch what I tell you.
Bullshit.
Lonzo going right
amazing for me.
In all honesty, looking back at it, and this is just my opinion. I'm sorry. Looking back at it, even if the Rockets were healthy, right? If we're assuming health for every team in the West, in my opinion, they're still not better than OKC. They're still not better than Denver. You still have Sengun on the team. You still have all these young players that y'all say, aren't really progress. It's like, what really did you trade Kevin Durant for? To lose in the second round instead of the first?
But we had, I can't say we. I had them as a tier 2 contender healthy. It was Denver, OKC with a tier 1. I also had that. I had the Clippers above them. Whoops. But I had them as a tier 2 contender healthy. But that's what it's hard to get into that tier 1, especially when it's like OKC and them. You just want to have a chance. A healthy Rockets team had a chance of a championship. I think KD at this point, I think he can be the best player on a championship team. It's just the roster construction that makes it possible is so hard to make. That's like, I guess you can be the best on the championship team, but so many things have to be built correctly.
Exactly.
Right. Like KD at this point isn't the type of player where you can have flawed roster construction.
Correct.
And you're a tier 1 contender. I don't think he's that. There's not many players who are that. Like Denver have some flawed roster construction, tier 1 contender.
But they have arguably the best player in the world. So
we know, I'm saying we know OKC's offensive flaws, tier 1 contender, because they have a player who can make up for a lot of those holes. KD, although I think he can be the best player on a championship team, it has to be a team that's built so perfectly. But I think that's the truth for like all the old guys. I think Steph Curry, he can be the best player on a championship team at this point, but you have to build the roster so well to make it possible that it's hard to do. In my opinion, like you have to have elite defense, you have to have decision, like you have to have a lot of things on the roster to make it work. That it's still possible, but it's not going to get you into that tier 1 more than likely. It's going to be you're a tier 2 contender that gets hot at the right time, has some favorable matchups, and you can get through the playoffs. That's kind of how I view a lot of these teams with like the more flawed superstars. But like the Shays of the world, the Jokic of the world, they can make up a lot more of the holes on their roster, which can make it easier to build a tier 1 contender. But
exactly. So for the ones in the chat that were on my cock in my
Tater, close the door.
Like
I said it with a British accent.
Yeah, maybe because your father has now said it for some of y'all. Now y'all are listening and paying attention.
Damn, Mars, you got kids?
Yeah, Mars got a plenty of kids in the chat running rampant.
I get busy.
Yeah.
I don't blame you, Mars. Shit be feeling good.
All right, y'all. That's crazy. All right, y'all. Let's go ahead and dive into these super chats.
Hey, do your thing, boy. I ain't gonna never hate on a young boy getting into them joints, boy.
I'm only here for 3.5 hours a day, man. You don't know what I do with the other 20.
Hey, boy, y'all, you need is 3.5 minutes, boy. Maybe even 4.
Ron, this is how we get started, Ron. This is how the bullshit starts.
This is Friday.
This is how the bullshit starts, Ron.
Boy, that shit feel the same whether it lasts for an hour or 3 minutes, boy.
All right, y'all. The first super chat. First off, salute to everybody that's in here. Y'all know the drill. Like the video.
Jordan is from
comment, subscribe, send through these super chats. We've talked about a lot. If you guys have any questions about any teams with the trade deadline, send them through and we will talk about them. But as of right now, my man Crown Imani said, who does the panel and the chat end up being? Who does the panel and the chat thinks ends up being a better player and better scorer? Jalen Green or Brandon Miller? Who, in everyone's opinion, has the higher upside?
I think Green has maybe higher upside at the highest end.
We still going with that?
I think Brandon
Miller.
Been
hurt, man. Showing Jalen Green. He been hurt.
I think Brandon Miller probably has the higher floor just because like a 6'8" wing is so valuable.
That nigga like 6'9".
Brandon Miller's already a good defender, so that like the floor is higher. I think the floor and the ceiling is probably higher with Brandon Miller.
I think Brandon Miller's a better scorer than Jalen Green.
His game is the archetype for today's game. Like if
Of course you don't, Mars. I'm not
if you play the 2 guard in the NBA today, you have to consistently be able to knock down the long ball. Jalen Green doesn't do that. If you play on the wing, you got to be able to handle it. No, he doesn't, Mars. You have to consistently be able to knock down the long ball, and you got to consistently be able to knock down the mid range, and he doesn't do that. With that being said, if you play on the wing, you got to be able to handle it. You got to be super duper athletic. You got to be a great finisher at the rim. You got to be able to defend on the wing. And Brandon Miller does all of these things, and he's getting
Brandon
better.
Miller good as hell, bro.
And he's getting better.
Bro, he's just a crash out. If he just calm down and stop getting so damn angry and pissed off, bro, he got to turn that.
Did he have that bounce at Alabama? I feel like
that's why he got drafted. Real talk.
That's the thing. Brandon Miller's weird because I'm not as high on his athleticism.
That nigga 6'9".
But he catch bodies, and it's like if you give Brandon Miller a runway, he gonna punch.
He will throw it on your.
It's just in like a crowd. He's not like an elite athlete, and like his first step isn't the greatest. But if Brandon Miller can turn the corner and he sees a straight line drive to the rim, he gonna punch on someone. He can get up for sure. That's what he was doing. He was doing that in college.
And you know what's so crazy is this what turned me on. Oh, that's Paul. That's crazy. I was about to say this what turned me on.
I think with Brandon, with Brandon, I'd say I see it. I don't really see a world where it really hits and he becomes like a superstar or a star.
Hold on, Drago. Drago, stop it. Because I'm gonna tell you what he was doing at Alabama. You remember that day when they was booing the shit out of him, right? When they was boo, he was going through his little situation. And that motherfucker, that game, I think he had like 30. You know what game I'm talking about?
He had like a 40.
He might have had 40, yeah. And when I saw that, I said, yeah.
I think there is like, I don't know, a 5% chance that Jalen Green has his Denny Avdia moment and develops at 24, 25.
He's looked good in Phoenix. He just hasn't been able to play. But in the limited time I've seen him, he's looked decent. Like I'm definitely biased optimism. Hey, I'm gonna pretend. But he's looked good in the limited. Like obviously the game 1 was good, but like even like since he's been back and it then went down again. But like there's been flashes of like, okay, you can see the pick and roll ball handling, some of the interior passing, the 3-point shot making, the mid-range shot making. He actually hasn't been good at the rim since he's been back. Once again, small sample size. But like that's the one thing I'm not really worried about. The speed is still there. Being able to get to the boss. It's like, yeah, I can see Jalen Green with competent spacing being a decent scorer who can like initiate possessions and whatnot. But the defense is always going to be the defense. Unless the mid-range game becomes viable, like really good, I still don't see the same ceiling that like Brandon Miller, I think, could reach with like the size, the defense, the athleticism, the shooting ability from all over the floor. Brandon Miller just has like more of a game that lends itself to being on and off ball, whereas Jalen Green, like at his best, is probably just more of an on-ball guy. And how much usage are you going to give a guy like Jalen Green? So that's why I'm on Brandon Miller.
I just don't know if I like Brandon Miller's scoring game that much. I'm just trying to say last year. With Jalen Green quickly, it's like it's a very, very small percentage chance outcome that these things that we have all seen with him, that it just hit, and then he could be like that on balls, like star-ish, but it is very unlikely because he is getting up there.
Yeah, I wouldn't bet on it, basically.
I wouldn't bet on it either. Yeah, but like Denny Avdia became a superstar, like a star player.
Nobody would have bet on that.
5 years old, like
I was telling people about. I was telling people about him.
Promised.
Mars, he was, he was promised there, so don't do that.
Exactly, it was guaranteed. Like I'm not gonna lie, that was 100% chance it was gonna work out for him. They was gonna make it work out for him. You see that whistle? They was gonna make it work out for him.
Outside of being nasty, me and Drench told you guys this past summer how good Brandon Miller was. I'm glad he's taking that step forward, and I'm gonna say it again. I think he is their best player moving forward.
Why is he going to be better than Con?
I knew you were going to say that.
I really want to know. I mean, I'm trying to be. I'm really trying to be unbiased. Why?
Think about it.
He's better than Con today.
Yeah, he is.
I hate doing this because they're like on the same team. So it's like it's gonna be Apollo and Franz thing for the next 5-10 years. However, he's
Apollo
a better defender.
Lost that, brother.
I hope no. I wouldn't wish that on them.
Yeah, Apollo's lost that, brother.
Yeah, I wouldn't wish that on them.
That's a good situation. Apollo and Franz is a good situation. That's a good situation.
Paulo is in
the Hornets basically as good as the Magic right now.
Paulo for Sengun, Jordan?
Yeah, hell yeah, in a fucking heartbeat. Hell yeah.
Overrated for overrated.
I'll do France for
Yeah,
sure.
but one of them scores.
Y'all gonna cut the Paulo nonsense, and it's gonna be soon too. He gonna go on. He gonna go on a Paulo run.
Ron, you've been telling me this shit since October. I'm not
Paulo
bullshit. You've been telling me this shit.
Paulo has not been that bad this year.
This is
my issue with Paulo. Very well documented.
I used to be big on the Paulo trade, but I have to.
Paulo becoming someone who ends up shooting like 50% from mid range for a 10-game stretch. That's not going to change my opinion.
It's not, Mars. It's not.
Matter of fact,
this is the thing. Like, my opinion of Paulo isn't dependent on him making or missing shots. Like
it's just, you don't like the way he's
real talk. I know
Paulo gonna shoot 38% from 3 for a 10-game stretch.
I don't want Mars speaking on the Magic no more at all.
That's not my issue with
he hasn't addressed me by Anthony Black in about 3 weeks now, and it keeps getting worse.
I actually acknowledged Anthony Black like last week.
It keep getting worse for you, brother.
I acknowledged Anthony Black like last week. You was on the show when I did it.
Not enough.
On the show. I even said Anthony Black doing things I
real
didn't think
talk.
he could ever do. My fault.
Best player
I
on the
said
team.
my fault. I said the words my fault.
Best player on the team.
That's another Texas player right there, boy.
It's
getting spooky. Real talk. It's getting spooky. It's getting spooky.
It's getting nasty for Paulo. I'm not gonna lie. It's getting nasty.
It's getting spooky.
My issue with Paulo is not like Paulo going on a run with
crazy overreaction.
That's not going
crazy.
No,
Ron, you watch him play. You watch him play.
I've been saying it for 2.5 years.
How often do you watch Paulo play, Ron?
Not
I
enough.
want to play pretty often.
No, you don't.
And
you know
enjoy
You
that?
don't watch Paulo play.
I watch it for agendas. I watch them for my agenda.
Y'all don't watch him play.
I have a very clear Anthony Black
You
agenda.
go to the game, Michael. You don't watch him play.
Pick'em fan this offseason.
What?
I was a Magic cheerleader this
I remember
offseason.
that.
You know what
I
I'm
remember
saying?
that.
So
Swing and a
I've been
miss.
watching, but like he's just not it, gang. He's just not that.
That
You
shit
know what
look
I'm saying?
ugly. That
He's
shit look
not
ugly.
that,
I don't know.
Ron. I'm
Jamal
sorry.
Moses
He's just
looks
not
like
that.
Ime Udoka.
Paulo's
They all-
best ability is his ability to
Now,
score
if he played for like the Celtics or something, I think he'd be better in a more ideal situation. It's just
The
you know,
space is stupid as hell over there in
bro,
He's
Orlando.
not one of
another
those
one. He's
players.
another one with the Sengun problem of everything takes 28 years for him to read the floor.
That's
Like,
true.
just-
like Paulo
Yeah.
making
Hey,
jumpers.
chill.
is not
Honestly,
like,
chill.
It doesn't
He
make
he
a
really should be playing for the Miami Dolphins with his hands in the dirt at the end. That's how big he is. That's exactly how big he is. He needs to be playing DN for the Dolphins right now. That's how he's 6'9", 250 pounds. He needs to be on the edge doing this.
Swiper damn near
just
slipped
insane.
up and said he need to be playing with his hand in his pants, but I'm gonna let that slide though.
Why would
There's
my
also no explanation for why a 6'10", 250-pound behemoth shoots 46%.
I'll
from
let
two.
that slide, Swiper.
There's no explanation for why you shoot 46% from 2 in your playoff career.
Because he has no he has little lift.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
being,
he's like one of the
big
least
is one
functional
thing,
good
pause,
athletes.
but you got to be able to get it up off.
Good.
He
Hey.
got a boy. That's what I'm saying. Real talk. You and Swiper was on the same page. That's what I'm trying to tell
Nah,
you.
you and
No,
Real
hey,
Talk are on the
hey.
same page, bro.
I saw it.
No,
I saw
hey.
it. Real talk. I saw what Swiper was
Y'all in pirate time. Y'all thinking about y'all over here on pirate time. Both of y'all.
No.
Fully erect
No.
Clay Thompsons over here and
Real
whatnot.
talk.
Yes,
Gracious.
I think Chet's better than Paulo. Whoever asked me that, I think Chet's better than Paulo. But I thought that since they both got drafted. So
But
Well,
yeah,
since
Paulo, like he's lost some of his vertical pop though. I will say that in my
he didn't
opinion.
have much vertical pop.
He didn't have much, but he's lost some.
Yeah,
of
like
what
he's
he
not
had.
the most functional athlete. Like his strength is his superpower, and like his ability to draw fouls, and I think that's valuable. Like I'm not taking that away from him, but like every time he catches the ball, it's gonna be 4 seconds to survey. Then it's gonna call for the ball screen, but you actually can't beat guys with your first step consistently. So you end up having to call for guards to come into the pick and roll because you need to be able to bully someone and then try to get to the rim. But then you're in a roster that doesn't actually have much space, and so now the bigs park down there, and you can't finish in traffic, and you actually don't have great touch from floater range, and your mid-range game is actually just bad. But you feel comfortable shooting a lot of them. You can't shoot the three. You can make good kick-out passes. That's the one thing I'll give you credit for. But you're not great for interior passes. You react way too late to openings in the defense. Defensively, this is probably the best year you've had, and you're still not good on defense. Like it's just I don't see it the same way other people see it with Paulo, but I've been on that side of the equation for a while. So yeah, I don't know. If you figure it out, he's only like 23, so it's not.
You got to be able to jump around the basket. That's something I'm
Yo,
learning.
not that I'm trying to stop the Paulo slander, even though I am. I gotta get to these super chats because I do got to get out of here on time today. Unless Swiper, you got.
Where you go?
I got a show to do at 2:00. So get on your pirate timing.
Everyone got stuff to do, man. It's Friday. It's Friday.
Get on your pirate timing. Okay, let's move on.
Yeah, Ron, let's go. I believe in you. 24 minutes. Come on.
All right. Bob Solo said, y'all watching the Knicks now, huh? But don't mention Brunson and Cat defense stepped up or how they both rebounded. All I hear is their offense is bad. But Detroit losing was a trap. 3-1-3 hunting tonight. Go New York, go.
Brunson's been better on defense because he's been defending less. They've just been getting him out of the action.
The Knicks won 8 straight.
No problem.
They're rolling right now.
Yeah, right after we had the show of, it's over. Turns out it wasn't. But yeah,
we got motion over here.
I've never said,
Mike Brown and his coaching staff.
Wait, what we got? We got Knicks versus Cleveland Eastern Conference Finals.
Nope.
Nah, James Harden gonna sell the bag. So it's gonna be Knicks Boston. It's gonna be Knicks Boston.
Hey, but James Harden with Evan Mobley and Jared Allen, that's gonna be special sauce, y'all. That's special sauce.
No, Philly, you still got Philly?
Jared Allen.
That's what we gonna be seeing in the Eastern Conference Finals.
What is that?
He's talking about
Philly.
Embiid.
Hey, when you see
you talking about the team that just got walked down by AR? That's it.
Man, we might see it. We
might
see
it.
Real talk ain't brought up that Luka stinker, not at all.
Don't be that.
But you got a Luka stand. You're not Luka stand though. So that
got hurt.
No, we're Grumsy.
No, talking about stinkers. Huh? What about overtime? They're double overtime.
We've already talked about this. Detroit was bad.
Talk about it enough.
Detroit was bad.
No, I ain't talking about Detroit.
Well, I'm not blaming them for that game at all. I talked about this multiple times. I talked about this multiple times. We got to get out of here. We got to get out of here.
I'm talking about that Knicks loss.
Yeah, I'm not blaming any one of them. That was incredible. Like
that looked like a typical Jokic playoff game.
He shooting 40% from three. Real talk. And he got ratioed. And he got ratioed like he should. He got ratioed just like you should.
Yeah, no, I got ratioed.
Move on. Go ahead, Ron. What is with you and penises today? What's going on with you? What is with you and man parts today?
We don't know what I'm talking about.
Why do you keep bringing up man parts? Real talk. Are you all right?
I don't know what I'm talking about.
Where's your brain? Real talk got the male anatomy. Hey, Drago. Real talk got the male anatomy at the front of his forehead right now.
It's great. Get us back on track, sir. Thank you.
It's called Nuance. Became a YouTube member, and then Nuance also sent through a super chat and said, "So I watched the Bulls last night, and all that came to mind was why is Patrick Williams still here? Also, AK needs to get better." Or needs to get better deals. No first round picks kind of disappoints me.
If you think about it,
I have a rain ready for this. It'll be a minute tops.
Go ahead. Do you think?
Bulls are fucking idiots overall forever. Let's look back to the draft very quickly. They had the pick in front of the Pelicans, in front of the Hawks. That the Pelicans traded the better of the Pelicans and the Bucks pick. They got that same offer. Said no. What are they doing? They could have had 2 picks in the top 5-ish this year with 3 shots at number 1 or 2 or whatever through the Pelicans Bucks and their own pick in case of tanking. They had 2 good contracts in Ayo DeSumo and Kobe White. They waited until they're about to run out and there's no value in those contracts because good teams don't want that as much anymore to trade them for second rounders instead of trading them last year for good first rounders. Your owner and GM are idiots. They don't want to win championships. They want to be in the 9th seed. And they finally now maybe find the religion to not chase the 9th seed anymore to get a couple of second rounders. They could have done this a year ago and be in the best place in the league to have 2 top 5 picks in the most stacked draft we've seen forever.
All I know, Ron, is just a couple of years ago they had DeMar DeRozan, Lonzo Ball, Zach LaVine, DeMar DeRozan, and Alex Caruso, and I'm missing somebody. I'm leaving somebody out. But what I do know for a fact, Ron, they were the number 1 seed in the East. Not only were they the number 1 seed in the East, all of those dudes are gone from the crew. These are how many first round picks they got for them.
They got their own back. They traded for their own first round pick that was protected. What are you doing? There was top 10 protected. Tank and get it.
Someone put that out.
And they traded Alex Caruso for fucking Just Giddy. What are you doing?
Well, first of all, the Josh Giddey thing works because you got somebody to build around. So
he said Josh Giddey. Y'all.
That's not an issue.
You build around Josh Giddey, your ceiling, the playing. But hey,
yes, exactly.
That's what they want to be. That's what they want to be. So come on.
All right, y'all. The next super chat is from Got More Buckets.
Hey, Ron, take swipe of powers, bro. Abuse of power.
Time down.
Abuse of power.
You got time down.
Got More Buckets said Bucks fans only want Giannis for Tatum, OKC picks, or Spurs picks. Bucks management knows if they get fleeced in the trade, the fans won't ever forgive because their previous moves have been horrible.
Actually, their previous moves haven't been horrible. You won an NBA championship when you traded for Drew Holiday. So no, they haven't been horrible. Stop. You went out and got Damian Lillard, and you actually tried to make it work. So Middleton got hurt. So it's not like, they just dropped the ball with everything that they did. So stop the bullshit. You ended up signing Bobby Portis in free agency. He was going to sign with the Knicks. So that's not true. Stop the bullshit. That's not true.
Hey, chill.
Never
mind. I'll ask next time. I'll ask on the next question.
MP13 said, how do young players come into the league with such glaring flaws? Are they not tapped into the requirements that you need to have to play into the league? Do they not watch the games?
I mean, everyone's flawed.
I don't think Amen Thompson can't shoot by choice.
I'm pretty confident that Amen Thompson, if he had a choice, he'd have a money mid-range game.
If Steph Curry could look like John Morant, I think he would. Like, I don't think these players choose to have the flaws they have. Like, I think they want to be perfect basketball players. They aren't.
Yes, real talk.
Why aren't 18 and 19-year-olds all NBA players when they walk 100%. Into the league?
Yes.
Cooper 100%. Flag has flaws, and he's one of the best rookies we've ever seen.
Yes.
What?
Shout out to him.
Whoever did that. Hey, appreciate you. Appreciate you, whoever did that.
You're welcome, bro. Talk. Self-ban.
Yeah, nah.
Hey,
yes, sir.
Hey, I just want to know. I just want to let you know. Lays definitely had some bullshit going on, chill.
There's some
bullshit.
Bullshit,
stayed right there the whole time.
I'm
Lays
not trying to hear it. Y'all
bullshit.
niggas ain't tricking me.
Oh, yeah, chill. I did see that.
That's some bullshit, real talk.
You can fit two bags into one. That's crazy.
Yo.
Hey, boy. Chill said stay right there.
He told us to stay right there 28 times in that video.
Move.
Pay attention. We weren't allowed to leave.
Pay attention.
Oh, man.
You need to see this.
There's some bullshit going on.
You're getting wrong.
Order some chips.
I'd have been there. Barbecue chips. I'm like, wait a minute. Well, and somebody told me, Ron, that, the reason why they do that is because the air in the bag, you need to preserve the chips. Give me a smaller bag then. How about that? Give me a smaller damn bag.
It won't have that much air in it, though.
Yes, it will. Yeah, give me a smaller bag. Yes,
yeah, that's cap.
That's a lie.
That's cap.
They do that shit for illusion like a motherfucker. Air go fucking make the shit stale. When you leave your bag of chips open, chill, don't that shit be stale when you come back?
It does. That's a fact. Yes,
that's why you got to, first off, you get your chips. I put mine in an actual Ziploc bag, like a big one, and I get like the sealed ones. Yeah, I mean, because like if you order like queso or chips and queso from a Mexican place, you don't want it inside the brown bag. I put them in
chips.
Yeah. I need to do that.
If you buy them and bring them home, take them out of that bag and put them in a seal. They last longer. That
should be stale in 2 hours. Sorry, but you eat your Cheetos in the Ziploc bag. So
I don't eat Cheetos. I don't eat chips like that.
I'm sorry, Rock. Go ahead, Rock, because we're getting on the track here. I'm sorry.
I need to do that though with the chips. That's a good idea because that should be stale.
You need to put something else in a plastic bag before it gets stale. That's your brain. All right, move on. Next super chat.
I'm preserving it for the wild.
JB954 said Manu Ginobili is a better player than Clay all time, right? I got flamed for saying it. So the GC or the group chat or in the group chat, but I just wanted the panel's opinion. Am I unk or dealing with a bunch of jits?
You're dealing with a bunch of jits.
My opinion is gonna be
Manu Ginobili is better than Klay Thompson. That's not.
They're not even in the same realm to me.
No.
Y'all got Klay Thompson messed up. My nigga got a new girlfriend. Y'all hate them.
They're not even in the same realm to me.
No one's ever burned brighter on a basketball court than Manu Ginobili.
Manu Ginobili closer to Michael Jordan, man. I don't know what to tell you.
He's closer to Michael Jordan.
Next over 10, Ron. Mars also bullshit.
No. But what he's closer to Michael Jordan than he is to Jamal Crawford.
I'm more afraid of Klay Thompson. I'll say that.
Oh no.
Yo, what's up with y'all today? We're not. We gonna cut this shit out.
Jordan than Jamal.
Yeah, he crazy.
I love Manu too. I love Manu, but
no, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't.
I drafted him on my all-time team.
There has to be some
value.
There has,
I used to try to play like Manu, then I realized I wasn't as smart as him, so I had to get that shit up. I'm like, fuck, I got to go to somebody like goddamn Trevor Ariza. Fuck.
This one thing that Klay Thompson does. Could it be said that this one thing that Klay Thompson does is better than everything else that Manu Ginobili does?
You can make the argument. I'm gonna disagree.
That's what I'm thinking, because I feel like I can make the argument that this one thing that he does is better than everything else that Klay Thompson. Now, don't get me wrong, because I could also. But I could also say that just because you're a bucket getter, that doesn't necessarily mean that it leads to
Klay is scarier for
but with
sure.
Klay, his
Klay
ability.
Yeah, when Klay get hot, I mean, you've lost.
And I'm not the difference though, Mark. I'm not just thinking about his ability to knock down the long ball or to catch and shoot and stretch the defense. He also is an all-league defender. He plays.
I think Manu's a better defender than Klay.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're just gonna disagree. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah, we definitely disagree.
We just disagree. We just disagree. Yeah, I think Manu's a better defender.
We're gonna have to disagree.
Manu is such an underrated defender. Actually,
Manu was a good defender. He wasn't a better, in my opinion. He's not a better.
Yeah, we just disagree. Like my opinion of Manu Ginobili, I've already accepted. I just view Manu Ginobili in such a highlight that I don't really partake in the conversation.
He should have made all defensive teams compared to the guys that actually made it in those.
Like Kobe.
Compared to the guys who actually made it.
Kobe made it.
Man.
Yeah.
All right, y'all.
Manu wasn't a better defender than Dwayne Wade. So,
well, D Wade's a better defender than Klay.
Probably,
I'm not
probably
agree with that
statement.
Defense.
Yeah,
I'm not.
I probably agree
with
that statement more than
Klay don't make no plays at the rim. Klay's not going to be doing nothing off the ball. He's not going to get deflections, force turnovers. He's going to fall asleep away from the ball. He's not a great screen navigator. Klay's best skill was his ability to defend in isolation. I just that's my opinion of Klay. Okay. So cool, we disagree. You think Klay was a great screen navigator? I don't. You think Klay was a good off-ball defender? I don't. You think Klay was getting deflections and forcing turnovers?
Yes,
I don't. You think Klay was a good rim protection? I don't. Klay's best skill, in my opinion, was his ability to defend smaller guards in isolation and use his physicality. That was his best skill. But even then, because of the way he was defending, he wasn't a best laterally. He usually had to overcompensate, which is why the best move that was susceptible to get Klay Thompson, a step back. Who was the master of the step back? Manu Ginobili. I don't think Klay could even go on Manu Ginobili. But I think Klay was a good defender, especially for what he was asked to do in Golden State. He wasn't asked to be an off-ball defender because he had to make up for Steph Curry. So what Klay was asked to do in Golden State, I think he was good for what he was asked to do. But overall, as a defender, Manu Ginobili's motor was higher. Manu Ginobili, in my opinion, was way better away from the ball, was a better rim protector. And on the ball, yeah, I think Klay was better in isolation, but Manu Ginobili was still better chasing around screens, still better at knowing his personnel, and was better within the game plan. So I think Manu Ginobili was a better defender. But that's fine. We disagree. Like, my opinion of Klay's defense has been consistent for years, bro. I've said that for years.
Manu had like one of the best motors on both sides of all time. Like
one could argue it's because he played less minutes.
Exactly. But like when he was on, like he was on.
But yeah, that's my opinion of Klay. We disagree. It is what it is.
No, that's your opinion of Ginobili, and that's fair.
Well, in comparison to
in comparison, and I feel like Klay Thompson had on the perimeter his ability to be versatile, so he could guard ones, he could guard twos. I think he was a really good on-ball defender. I don't think people give him nearly enough credit for that. I think his ability to close out and recover, especially in a league where you shoot.
Jordan, who would you rather have, Mitch Richmond?
That man Klay used to foul on so many threes because his closeouts were sloppy.
Damn. Probably Manu. Manu is the example of a player you can literally plug in any situation. Like literally plug Manu in any situation. Like
I mean, but that is the definition of Klay Thompson. I mean,
but
I'm building a team.
Much.
I'm not gonna lie. There are probably more situations. Well, I don't know because Manu can.
It's not a situation Manu don't fit in.
Yeah, Manu is a lot at a really good level.
Manu can play off the ball and on the ball. Like,
that is true.
It's not.
But even still,
Manu can be your backup point guard. Real talk.
He can, but Klay Thompson, you can put him on a primary number one option as far as defending them. And then he's also going to be one of the 5 best shooters ever. Like that's a lot of value. That is a lot of value.
And he doesn't take bad shots either. On top of that.
What if you don't got that many shots? What if you don't in a world where you feel like Klay could be like how Ray Allen didn't get that many shots? Not he got plenty of shots, but not that many. Like what if it's a world like that?
Boston?
Yeah, like what if it's a world like that? I'd rather have Manu.
I mean, shots are gonna find Clay because how much he moves. So like he's gonna get to like 17 just of being Clay, but the 20 and whatever, maybe not. But I just don't. I think Clay's offensive game outside of like the shot making, which is huge, I'm not taking that away, is just a lot more raw. I think everyone would agree with that, like the ball handling, creation, all that stuff. And then defensively, that's where the biggest disconnect is. I don't think Clay was ever an all NBA caliber defender. I just don't think he was that impactful on defense to be all NBA defensive level. And if he was, I would just say the guards in the league just sucked on defense. If he's one of the 4 best guard defenders in the league, then the league was just in a bad spot to me. But I do think he was a good defender. I just think Manu Ginobili was better.
Here's what I'll say about them on defense. I'm not putting Manu on the other team's best player consistently over and over.
Would that be because would that be
in my opinion?
They did when he was locking up James Harden.
You talking about?
He really wasn't.
I think you could do that.
I think
they just have playing with better, so you didn't need to.
I think when you're playing with better, I think when you're playing with better defenders, I think that enhances your ability to defend, even if it's minimal. It still does, and I think that yes, and playing with Tim Duncan and Bruce Bowen.
Exactly, they both played.
How much better does that make your defense? I mean, how much better does that make me as a defender? That makes me a lot better as a defender because now I can take way more chances. I can navigate screens, to your point, Mars, because I got Tim Duncan behind me, being able to protect the rim when I am trailing or when I am behind the play, or when I'm closing out. When I'm closing out, I can be very careful about how I close out. I don't have to be reckless because I got somebody like that on the other wing, like Bruce Bowen, who's shooting the gaps. So, I mean, I think that with Clay, I mean, I didn't have Steph Curry doing that. I had to be very careful about when I closed out. I had to be very careful. He only had him for 3 years?
That's also not elite rim protection, which is different from
by the way
Chill is talking about.
But also higher, like I'd say.
Are you saying that Andre Iguodala and Bruce Bowen are in the same space?
I might say that.
And to be fair, I think that's a testament to Klay Thompson that there are defenders like Draymond and Iggy on the team, and they're choosing Klay to put on the best player.
I don't know.
It depends on who the best player is. If it's
Let me get it off.
It did depend on the player.
I'm talking to Drago. Thank you.
If it was a guard, it was
like at least OKC. That was not his. He was not guarding Kevin Durant.
He was on Klay. I mean, Russ.
He was on Russ. Was sometimes. They were also like switch hunting.
Next super chat.
I don't know.
Kawhi guarded Russ. He didn't guard KD. So who was the best player?
Hey, I mean,
I think Clay,
it was harder to contain Russell Westbrook at that moment in time than it was to KD.
You'd say
let's say
you probably say today is harder to contain.
Stay in front of.
I wouldn't say that. I'm just talking about that time.
Well, stay in front of.
Yeah, like it's hard. It's harder.
That's not a crazy.
KD just shoots tougher shots anyways. Like KD will catch the ball and just shoot over you. Like
you're not staying in front of Russell Westbrook. No human in
roasted me for the guys that I love. Y'all dudes do not get Ron. Love him some Russell Westbrook, boy. Let me tell you.
Russell's like
if he's saying it's harder to stay in front of Russ than KD,
that is his man.
Peak
Russell. I ain't got no problem with it either, Ron. I ain't got no problem.
Russell Westbrook, you're not staying in front of. You're not staying in front of peak Russell.
Russ was the most dominant man.
I don't care who you are. You're not staying in front of peak Russell Westbrook.
Yes,
what a time. What a child.
As you were saying, Ron.
Tupac Westside said, also, I know I'm late, but that Jackson Hayes suspension came out of no effing where.
What did he get suspended for?
The mascot, he like pushed him out of the way. The mascot running into the tunnel and Jackson like.
They suspended him for that shit?
Yeah, for sure. It was a very intentional shove, and like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, how
I done seen people do all kinds of shit to mascot.
Did Sengun get suspended for the verbal thing?
Call that lady a bitch?
No.
He didn't?
He just played last night.
No, he just played last night.
I used to watch Charles Barkley.
I didn't know what it was.
Ideally, he should have been suspended based on what he was doing out there. But I mean,
yeah.
He just lost. He now that was a crash out right there, boy. He just lost his goddamn mind, and you can hear the mic. For some reason in the NBA, they've been picking up shit a lot easier on these mics, boy. You can hear everything.
Swipe, are you saying that? Are you saying that he should be suspended because he called the woman referee?
Heck yeah.
So if he said
a shove,
if he said it to a man ref, he shouldn't be suspended.
I think calling a B word typically gets you thrown out of a game. What I've seen personally. Period.
Okay, so
He
you
get
saying
thrown out.
He did
he
get
got thrown out.
Yeah,
They got his ass out immediately.
Did he get? I mean, I don't want to get into that.
I don't know if he got fined. I don't know.
The answer real talk. I don't know.
If I get suspended, I'm
He
losing.
probably got fined because he got ejected. So
I'm losing a game check.
Yeah, but he got ejected for the game.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't have a good answer for that.
They were down 250.
To Drench's point, if somebody makes a dumb decision, regardless of whatever, then they can be. I just don't know. I don't know how the NBA would handle that. Like a lady referee is supposed to.
I mean, they probably doubled his fine. I mean, I think if I'm not mistaken, I think one tech is 25,000. I think 2 is 50. I'm pretty sure they doubled that shit though for him. He cracked that shit.
Being a referee is
doubled it for what?
Once you in the black and white stripes, you're not a man or a woman. You a referee.
You get more. I
don't know.
I know some women that like being called that. What if she like?
All right, move on.
I don't even know.
Super chat.
All right, next super chat we got. Next super chat.
I know some men that like being called.
Super chat, Ron. You said you gotta get out here.
All right, we got next super chat. I gotta go.
Are y'all gonna let me get out of here? Are y'all gonna let me?
Kareem Miles 8.
Are y'all gonna let me get out of here?
Yes,
Go
sir.
ahead,
Oh, now y'all want to let me go? All right. Hunter TV said this Cooper kid is all right at the game of basketball.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
4 straight 30-point games.
Damn, Drago.
You know who the youngest player ever to have 5 straight 30-point games is?
The youngest player ever?
LeBron?
Huh?
Nah, keep
The
going,
youngest
y'all.
player ever? It's not Jabbar.
What'd you say, Drago? What'd you say,
Jalen
Drago?
Green.
Come on. Youngest player ever with 5 straight 30-point games.
Real talk and chill.
So we
I know
need
y'all.
Hey,
I know
whoever
y'all will
Dallas
agree
play
with
next,
this. I
Cooper
think
to 29,
Cooper Flag is
please.
the best rookie Mavs player ever. Best rookie Mavs player ever at this point.
Swipe, I know you've been getting a lot of this.
It's not a diss. It's not a diss.
You've been getting a lot of your Luka hate off because he's past Jokic and the MVP ladder. I know you're so predictable.
What does this got to do with the rookie season?
It's so nasty what you do. And
what does this got to do with rookie season?
You got
so easily.
All right, Ron. Am I tripping? Ron, am I tripping?
About what?
This is the best rookie season anybody in Mavericks history has ever had.
Yeah, hell yeah. Wait. My bad. I completely forgot about Luka. I went straight to Dirk. I personally, if I was watching these two play,
Jason Kidd ain't have a good rookie.
If I was watching these two play, I would think that Cooper's better than Luka, and I would still say that he's having a better rookie season than Luka.
You would not.
If I don't go find Luka's best 4-game stretch as a rookie,
Luka was
brought up a 4-game stretch.
We out here looking at Luka.
Nobody brought up a 4-game stretch except for Mars, by the way. You're talking about the season.
Luka's best 4-game stretch as a rookie.
Do y'all remember? Hey, newsflash. And we're talking about the whole year. Luka Doncic was never as trash as Cooper was to start off the year, ever.
No, he definitely had low season.
But he wasn't that trash. No, sir. He was not that trash.
His defense was garbage.
He was not that
garbage.
He was never as bad as Cooper was.
I gotta go.
Averaging 27, 7, and 6.
All right, Swiper.
I might have been moved.
All right.
I might have been moved when he did
Stop
that.
lying. Stop lying.
I like Coop's finishing. He's very creative in how he finishes, gets good angles.
Elite floater touch as well.
Really good.
That boy get to that rim. And when he get there, he finish it. But all right, the next super chat is from Kareem Miles. Kareem Miles said, "Eat it, Swiper. Knicks is 6. Give us OKC next. Our defense is gonna get even better now that Grand Theft Alvarez is on the team. Go New York, go."
Alvarado, but yeah,
Grand Theft Alvarez.
Yeah.
Thanks.
The Nuggets are under 500 since Jokic returned.
You waited till he left?
No,
that's probably a good idea, so we can get on.
The next super chat from Huncho7612 said, "Alonzo to the Lakers or Alonzo to the Hornets? What's the better fit for him and which team needs him more?"
Go to the Hornets for your mental health, because if you come over here to LA bricking, you're not finna be.
Yeah, they've already seen you do that one time.
Yeah, we finna boo your ass off the court like Russell Westbrook. Nigga, don't come over here.
Get back.
Hey, who the fuck name is that?
I just wish Lonzo could make it. Hey,
join the bars and that together.
I just wish Lonzo could make it.
What? He got an Oregon jersey on with no drawers on. Jesus Christ, bro! I got my man. Drago
shout out to the Oregon Ducks, y'all.
Luka as a rookie was a top 15 player.
Shout Shout out to them Ducks, man.
Second year.
Hunter
Like
TV.
Shout out to you, Pen. Shout out to you.
Hunter TV said went from baby Jokic to baby Nurkic.
Baby
Shaking my
Nurkic is
head.
crazy.
I don't even know if he better than Blazers Nurkic before he broke his leg. I don't even know.
Baby Nurkic is crazy, man.
All right, we got a few new members. Let me go ahead and shout them out. SimWest34. Shout out to SimWest joining back up as a member. It's called Nuance. Also became a member. Salute to Nuance. And also Spanish Jose TV joined up as a member too. Salute to y'all. Appreciate you for becoming members. The next super chat is from Mad Max Sports. Amen, a trash basketball player, but he got generational athleticism, makes it valuable for the NBA. I've been saying Sengun not good.
I've definitely been on the Sengun side of this argument for a while. People decided to come around.
I mean, you were hyping him after the Olympics, and then when he started the season.
After Eurobasket, when he was playing well, yeah, I said he's playing like an all-star caliber player. That's what I said. Yeah, he was.
I was trying to get there too, but like, I don't know. He's even worse than Sabonis. Y'all know I don't think Sabonis is good at all. So
he's been worse than Sabonis.
I know, but I used to be like, nah.
I had Sabonis over him last year when it was coming to the All-Star thing. I'm pretty sure. Yeah,
there's two bigs that really aren't worth too much.
Representation All-Stars.
Close to the basket.
Yeah, because I was arguing because they're the 2 seed. They need to have an All-Star. I was like, Sengun is just not better than Sabonis. Like, you weren't about to convince me of that. But
there is nothing I hate more than these representation All-Stars. Oh, this team is second seed. They need to have an All-Star. Maybe they just have a good team. Who could have thought? Maybe we have many good basketball players. So
maybe you just have three guys who are like in that 30 to 40 range in the NBA. So none of them are actually all-star caliber, but they're all good. But apparently that's unfathomable. Oh my God, how can that be possible?
Have to reward the team with an all-star.
Man, Jalen
should have just rewarded Jalen Green. Jalen Green would have been out there dunking some shit in the All-Star game. What's Sengun do?
No.
Sengun was out there for like 10 seconds. I was so weekend too.
The rest of the panel was trying to do that, and you're arguing against it.
Well, yeah, because he's definitely not an All-Star. But like, if they were gonna have an All-Star, it was meant to be Sengun. He was bad. But at the end of the day, at least Jalen Green would have done some entertaining stuff for the All-Star game.
All right, fellas. The next super chat is from Tupac Westside. Man, you guys are ridiculous in this chat. Tupac Westside said, I just heard Matisse Thybulle has agreed to a buyout with Portland. He and Hayward Highsmith should be the main targets for LA in the buyout market. I do like Matisse.
Matisse is injury prone.
Yeah, he can defend though.
Is he better than
LA?
He's unorthodox though. Like,
is he better than Vando today?
I mean, he hits threes.
Who, Matisse?
Yep, in the regular season.
Matisse gonna let y'all down, just like Jake LaRavia.
He's hit threes. Yeah, you about to set yourself up for just.
He shot 40%. He been shooting 40%.
How many games?
He didn't got a little better, but I mean, he not.
How many games?
That don't even matter, bro. That don't even matter, bro.
I ain't gonna lie though.
In the last 2 seasons, has played 19 games.
I will be waiting on the Lakers tweet in the playoffs when Jake LaRavia shoot them tour dates. I cannot wait. Y'all know him. Jake LaRavia.
Jake LaRavia been shooting tour days during the season.
Yeah, he been.
But in the playoffs is when they're gonna really start saying he's fucking trash. Watch.
You know what's coming.
LaRavia at 32%.
Just like, hey, Chill, didn't I call it last year when I said that about the Lakers? When I said, all right, now I don't want to hear that bullshit when the playoffs started. As soon as the playoffs started, they started.
Luka sucks. Luka shoot too much. This team is not very good.
I'm just saying, it's on the way. Real talk is on the way.
I'm waiting on Luka to have a good game against a good team, so I can really get to talking good shit.
He hurt right now. He about to miss the.
Yeah, he hurt right now. But we got AR back, so no worries, because AR is back.
A real superstar right now.
I told Chill at the beginning of the year, I think AR going to make people uncomfortable by how good he is, and sure enough,
AR better than some guards. People don't want to say AR better than.
Exactly, but we ain't gonna have that conversation. We ain't got to talk about it.
All right, MP13 said it's going to be so funny when the playoffs come around and KD is playing 2-on-5, 2 versus 5 on offense, gets blamed for everything on the timeline.
That KD gets blamed for everything day we had, where everyone in the chat just said KD killed my dog, KD was responsible for 9/11, KD started the financial crisis. That was hilarious too. We're going to do that when they lose again.
I don't mind blaming KD.
No, Katie. No, you gotta remember.
If you
Hey,
are
I
a
gotta go.
believer in the basketball gods,
All right,
if you
Jordan.
are
All
a
right,
believer,
Jordan.
Merry Christmas. If you are a
Hey,
believer
Jordan.
in the basketball gods, you gotta think KD going to Golden State has just ruined his luck.
All I know
For
is
the
that
rest
I'm
of
here
his
for the
career.
I'm here for the Jalen Duren on the All Pro team and Rudy Gobert on the All Pro team. I'm here for it.
Okay, Rudy definitely not gonna make it, but Jalen
I'm
Duren.
here for it.
Rudy.
We're not that far
Rudy
away
will
from
make it.
Derek White All NBA.
I'm here
Hey,
for
Derek
it.
White, All NBA second team. I'm trying to tell
I'm
you
here
these boys,
for
they
it.
know
Team
what
All
All I
they
gotta
NBA,
say.
Derek
doing.
White. Let's go.
I'm straight
Derek
here
White
for
been
it.
hooping this year. You
All
you
these
efficiency
injuries.
merchants. Efficiency matter.
Julius
Efficiency don't
Randle,
matter when it's
second team
KD.
All-Pro.
But when Derek White inefficient scoring, oh, Derek White just no good because he not scoring efficiently. Ignore everything else he doing.
I swear.
Haters, man. Derek White, All NBA team. You got my vote.
If that man's free had just been falling like it's been the previous years. Whoo.
Derek White been the
Nasty.
best player in the Celtics, but because of scoring efficiency, people not gonna say it. It's cool though.
Nasty
Haters,
propaganda
He has
pushes.
not been the best friend.
I'm looking
Best
forward to this
player on
game
the
tonight, Ron.
Celtics.
I am.
Best
I'm-
player
I'm-
on the
I'm actually
Celtics.
looking forward to this game tonight. I am.
What, New York versus Detroit? Yeah, that's
I
gonna
am.
be a good one.
I'm looking
Definitely
forward to
gonna
that
be a
game
good
tonight.
one.
I'm
Cade
like,
versus
Derek White should
Brunson.
be All NBA and all defense.
I'm
That's
paying
what he should.
particular attention to the Jalen
My
Duren,
MVP.
the Jalen Duren Mitchell matchup, because I want to see if he can keep him off the glass. Because a lot of the Knicks stuff is about second chance opportunity. So I'm gonna be paying particular attention to that. Yes.
That is actually.
Let me ask y'all something just real quick. Who's a better offensive player, Jalen Brunson or KD? Just curious.
KD.
Jalen Brunson, I'd say.
Oh, you mean today?
Yeah, today. I'm saying
Okay,
today.
I'm sorry. Oh, I
sorry.
apologize.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Jalen Brunson
Brunson,
today.
yes.
KD.
Yeah. Mhm.
Brunson.
Yeah, of course.
I'll take Jalen Brunson today. Sure. Yep.
Shout
Best
outs
player on
in
championship
Soho.
team, KD. Go ahead.
Shout out to
Jalen-
Soho.
KD's
said,
not one of the worst defenders in the sport, but you know.
Ox, what are the best food spots in and around Burbank? We'll be residing there in July. Ox don't know. Ox ain't never lived in Burbank. Niggas act like Ox know everything. But you probably just think I'm hyping it. So resend through the super chat either to chill with chill tomorrow or send it through on Monday. Preferably Monday, so we can really see. The next super chat is from Spanish Jose TV. Spanish Jose said the Rockets were 31-19, 2 games behind third place in the West, 6-4 last 10 games, 17-6 at home. What's the crocodile tears? What's with the crocodile tears? Make it work.
See, this is the problem. Like we're talking about the process of how things are being done, and you just think everything goes away because the record is good. This is why you can't praise when bad teams are doing things right because their record sucks, and you can't praise when good teams are doing things badly because their record's good. Like, no, all of these things still happen. Just because the team's good, it doesn't mean the flaws aren't obvious, and just because the team's bad doesn't mean they don't have strengths. But well,
No, what's funny is the Rockets started the good majority of the first, let's say 25 to 30% of the season having like the best or second best offense in the league, and that being predicated on not only the offensive rebounding, but I mean, people were hitting shots. Like Reed Shepard was shooting.
yeah, they were number 1 in 3-point.
Ari Eason was shooting well. Like, people were shooting.
Where have they dropped to in 3-point percentage now? Oh, no, that was attempts. I was about to cry. I saw 29. That's still 7th. So that's how well they were shooting at the start of the season.
Exactly. Sengun was shooting at like a ridiculous.
Oh yeah, that fake shooting.
Yeah.
That first game against OKC when he hit like 5.
Oh
threes.
yeah, Sengun come out making 5 threes or whatever. Yeah, I'm so sure.
We thought it was real.
All right, the next super chat is from John Theme. John the Igma. There we go. John the Igma said Jokic has elite guard play. Embiid has elite guard play. Why can't KD have any? Real talk.
KD left a place with elite guard play. He just left.
A couple of them. A few of
KD's
them.
played with probably the best guard. Like KD's guard room for his career, probably the best.
Yeah, he's played with Kyrie, Harden, Steph, Devin Booker, Russell Westbrook. Like,
Chris Paul.
KD probably has the best
Hey,
guard
it's
room.
turning KD into a victim thing that y'all keep trying to do. Y'all finna turn me into Ron and Ox. I'm telling you. That's what's finna happen.
Even I'm
He is far from a victim.
Keep going, chat.
Far from a victim.
KD's had the best guard room in NBA history. Like,
Thank
in terms
you.
of the talent he's played with in the backcourt. This is probably the first year of KD's career he hasn't played with an elite guard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa, whoa, is KD. Oh my God. Like, relax, brother. He's still on a really good team. Right now, he's still on a really good team. Yes, do they have their flaws? Absolutely. That's still a good team.
Oh, for
better.
Sure,
now that I think about it, real talk. Damn. So I played with Russ, Curry, Harden, Irv, Devin Booker. I had some ballers I was running with.
Yes.
It's an elite guard room, man.
Yo, I was running with some ballers.
2 rings.
But I say it. Anyhow, Tooney said, more importantly, Rich Paul run this shit. Gone by next week, Drench. Told you, don't doubt Mr. Adele.
Shout out to Rich Paul, man. Lou Dort going to the Lakers in offseason. You seen who he just signed with Clutch Sports?
I'm actually thinking that means we're not getting him because the relationship is going to be bad between Clutch and the Lakers.
Nah, Lou Dort coming. Lou Dort coming. Don't worry. Lou Dort coming.
We are not going to let the stuff that he said, the money up. Nah, we're not doing that. No, those are fireable offenses.
Okay. 3291 said, is it crazy to say Castle is better than Amen?
I don't think it's crazy. I disagree, though.
It's a toss-up for me. They both
yeah, that's tough.
I'm pretty comfortable saying the men's better. I think Castle has a lot of the same flaws a man has. He just dribbles better.
I mean, but that kind of like matters, though.
I agree.
He's
if you're asking them both to be guards,
better pick and roll player.
Yeah, if you're asking them both to be guards,
ask him to do.
You're asking who's a better player, not who's a better guard. Yeah, it's a better player, not better guards.
In my hand,
you ask me who's a better player, I think it's a man. You ask me who's a better guard. Yeah, Stephen Castle can dribble the basketball, so he's probably a better guard. But they both have very glaring flaws, in my opinion, very glaring flaws. And Castle's even worse at the rim than Amen is because he's not as athletic. He doesn't have much of an in-between game. Can't really shoot the 3. In the playoffs, teams are going to guard Castle like they got.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Yeah, so I think the flaws are quite similar.
The Spurs offense is going to be very interesting.
And Castle is a really good defender, but I do think Amen's better. But Castle is a really good defender.
Yeah, he is.
Hey, real talk. They'll be all right come playoff time. They got a top 5 offensive player in the NBA. But we got to get to the next super chat from Sale Talks Too Much. Sale said, chill on Paulo. He moving like Embiid right now, but I would never understand how a guy statistically way better with less dribbles is asked to initiate offense.
Moving like who?
Embiid.
Moving like Embiid.
You heard him. Moving like
Embiid. He stuttered in the super chat, and I ain't stuttered when I was reading it.
He did say that.
He wish he moved like Embiid. He wish.
All right, fellas. Last but certainly not least, on this beautiful Friday, we got one more members chat from Cliffy. Cliffy has been a member for 5 short months, and Cliffy said, "Best sports podcast out." It only took Cliffy 5 months to figure that out. It shouldn't take y'all that long. This is the best sports podcast that's going on the internet, on any platform, whether that's cable TV, whether that's YouTube, TikTok, Twitch, whatever the case may be. The panel is where it's at. I appreciate y'all for tapping in Monday through Fridays from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Eastern. We'll be right back on Monday. Also, if you just can't quite get enough, which I know you can't, pull up tomorrow to chill with Chill, and we'll catch y'all then. Sunday press box as well. Tap in over the weekend. Turn in the notification bells. We will see you guys soon.
Later.
Peace.